Just a few more moments before we get underway. It's a fabulous venue. As I say, it's been a terrific week. It's been a long week, a challenging week at times, but there's no doubt that we have battled our way through. And with the sun out here in Manchester, we are set for a special night of Speedway. The ingredients are all here. We have the best riders in the world. We have arguably the best track in the world. And as the riders come out for the first time tonight, we are going to see some sensational action here tonight. So the opening race of the Speedway of Nations final. It's Denmark up against Germany. Kai Huckenbeck, Norick Blödorn for Germany. Rasmus Jensen and Anders Thomsen coming out for Denmark. What are your thoughts on Rasmus Jensen?
Yeah, as I was saying, you know, I think it's a brave move. Michelsen's in the form of his life, so to leave him out in the very first race, I can't quite work out why they've done it, but they obviously have put their faith in Rasmus. He was their top scorer in Wrocław in the Speedway World Cup last year, so he knows what it's all about.
He does indeed. Well, it's just having a last few tweaks. When they do a practice start, the rear change just settled down, so they just take the slack out of the chain before they make their way round to the start for their first races here tonight. It'll be Germany off gates 1 and 3, 2 and 4 for Denmark. Starts have been ripped up tonight. Tony Rickardson saying that, you know, the starts look really even. They didn't do that last night, but they've done it for this evening. Better weather, of course. So on the inside in red is Kai Huckenbeck. Gate number 2 in white is Rasmus Jensen for Denmark. Norick Blödorn comes out of gate number 3 in blue. And off the outside for Denmark is Anders Thomsen, yellow helmet colour. Speedway of Nations final. What a night of Speedway ahead. Great crowd in, super atmosphere. Denmark, 40 points. Big 40 points in the semi-final. Very impressive performance.
Got a lot to live up to, but these guys, as we said, such strength and depth. All of their riders winning races in the semi-final.
Indeed they did. So here we go for the first time this evening. Heat number 1, Germany against Denmark. We're underway. They're roaring into the first corner, and Germany get there. Huckenbeck's out in front, Blödorn on the outside. But I say Rasmus Jensen certainly has done well to come through in the second place. Blödorn going right round the inside. Oh, drama there with Rasmus Jensen running too wide. Anders Thomsen trying to get in the picture as well. But Germany are out in front.
What a ride from Norick Blödorn. Fantastic stuff, using all his experience of the Bellevue track here and his league racing, and this is an absolutely fantastic start for Germany. Anders Thomsen really trying hard. He's looking for a way up the inside now of Kai Huckenbeck. This is going to be tight for him.
Huckenbeck just about getting racked round the outside. Norick Blödorn on the inside has ridden superbly well. Thomsen is right there, searching for a way through. But this is a turn up for the books. Denmark, who was so strong earlier in the week, 40 points in the semi-final. But Germany, they start with a maximum score. How about that? We weren't expecting it, but gates 1 and 3 working beautifully for them. And they worked well as a pair. We're talking about, this is team speedway. Team riding absolutely imperative. And Germany, they get off to a flyer. How about that? 7 points for Huckenbeck and Blödorn in Germany. Denmark just picking up 2 there with Anders Thomsen, with Rasmus Jensen making a mistake early on in the race. How about that? That was a bit of a turn-up.
We didn't have to wait too long for the first of the drama, did we? Germany with a perfect start, 7 points. That is a dream start for them. And we can see here Kai Huckenbeck in red on the inside makes a great start. There, that's the move I was talking about for Norick Blödorn. Uses all his experience of the many laps he's done here for the Bellevue Aces. Cuts straight back to the inside. Realises that Rasmus Jensen in these early heats may not have the traction he needs out there. And he makes a mistake, bike lifts, he does well to get it down, then he has to turn hard just to avoid the fence. And Norick Blödorn up the inside. Anders Thomsen takes up the fight for the rest of the race, but he was unable to make inroads on the Germans out front. And yeah, shock start.
Indeed. Germany 7, Denmark 2, work to do for Denmark. Heat number 2 is coming up very shortly. Kai Huckenbeck, who rode superbly well. Took a bit of a break in his speedway just recently, but got his head sorted out and he's back. Heat number 2, they've got the hosts, Great Britain, with Robert Lambert and Dan Bewley, up against Jack Holder and Brady Kurtz of Australia. Brady Kurtz replacing Max Fricke straight away. Kurtz, of course, rides here. Gates 1 and 3 for Team Great Britain. Robert Lambert will go from the inside in the red helmet colour. Alongside him for Australia will be Jack Holder in the white helmet colour. Gate number 3 in blue will be Dan Bewley, another rider, of course, who rides for the Bellevue Aces here. And off out the outside for Australia. And a teammate of Dan Bewley's is Brady Kurtz. Big race, this.
Yeah, no room for mates in the Speedway of Nations, Kelvin. There's a world title at stake.
True that. True that. Brilliant race. Australia, of course. This is the one going up. This is an action replay, of course, of the final 2 years ago. So here we go. Heat number 2. What a lineup. Green light is on. Tapes are up. Away they go into the first corner. Lambert's made a smashing start on the inside, but Australia are there. Look at Kurtz pushing through. Kurtz has come through in the second place. Holder's into third with Dan Bewley missing out there. He's at the back, so it's advantage Australia here. Second and third will give you 5 over the 4 points that Robert Lambert will pick up for the win. Now, can Bewley do anything about the Australians now?
Tough to race in these opening heats with the track needing time to settle down. Lambert looking good out front. Such a tight first turn, and it's the Aussies that come out of that first turn in second and third. Dan Bewley looking for a wide line. He's lost all the ground. Can't see him being able to make that up now.
Can't move off the line just yet. It will come as the evening goes on, but Robert Lambert off the inside gate is riding very well out in front. He's gently moving away. Kurtz was forceful in that first corner, powered his way into second place, but this is advantage Australia. 4 points for the win for Lambert, but with Australia packing the minor places there, they pick up more points. Disappointment for Bewley, just couldn't find a way through. Experimented on the outside, but it didn't work out. Result of heat number 2 then. Australia pick up 5 with Kurtz and Holder. 4 points for Great Britain with Robert Lambert, the captain, winning heat number 2. Bewley failing to score.
Moving on.
Well, a replay of the 2022 final in Voyens, and Australia had the upper hand there. And once again, they've got the upper hand in a very tight race, very tight first turn as Brady Kurtz makes the cut back and looks for a way up the inside of Robert Lambert. Dan Bewley didn't make a bad start. It just got squeezed there in the middle of Jack Holder and Brady Kurtz. Unfortunate for him, wasn't able to make the ground up. The more he tried, the more he went backwards. But great start from Robert Lambert. It's Australia that take the advantage in the opener, though, between these two, 5-4.
Indeed they do. Robert Lambert, who had a disappointing British final here and didn't make the top 6 that night. But there's no doubt that he rode very well here in 2021 when they came out on top. Australia will be satisfied with their start up against the home nation.
Andzejs Lebedevs.
Heat number 3, we've got Latvia up against Poland. Andzejs Lebedevs and Daniils Kolodinskis, Dominik Kubera and Bartosz Zmarzlik going for Poland. Now, there was some concern over Bartosz Zmarzlik with that heavy crash that he sustained in the semi-final. He went back to Poland, went back home, but he's here. Let's see how he gets on.
Yeah, he went home, had a bit of treatment, and I guess a little bit of time out from the intensity of being at the Speedway of Nations for the week, and it's probably the right thing to do. But as you say, we'll see how he goes.
Gate number 1 is Andzejs Lebedevs for Latvia. Gate 2 is Dominik Kubera for Poland in the white helmet colour. Blue helmet colour is Daniils Kolodinskis, and on the outside, the world champion Bartosz Zmarzlik in the yellow helmet colour. Poland need to get off to a big start. They're up against one of the lesser nations now. A surprise qualifier in Latvia. Poland need to capitalise now.
Yeah, you say lesser nations, and that's absolutely right, of course, but Heart of a Lion in their semi-final really did battle their way back into it.
They did indeed. Fair play to them. Here we go. Heat number 3. Green light's about to come on. It's on, tapes up, we're underway. Terrific start from Zmarzlik on the outside. Lebedevs is there, Kubera was in trouble, very nearly ran in the back of Lebedevs. Kolodinskis coming round the outside. Kubera now having to ride very forcefully there to block the move from Latvia, but out in front the world champion. And look at Kubera coming on strong in third.
It doesn't look to be too much wrong with Zmarzlik as he leads the race out front, looking back for his teammate. He's away back battling with Lebedevs. We know Lebedevs will get the elbows out. He's a tough cookie, he's a hard man to overtake. And at the moment, Kubera's only really just looking around the inside.
6 points on the cards right now for Team Poland. Bartosz Zmarzlik away out in front, looking terrific. Lebedevs, a thorn in the side for Poland this time, but Lebedevs is a top-class rider. Kubera doing all he can. Lebedevs just lifting momentarily there. One last blast around the final corner. Zmarzlik comfortable, looking great out in front. Nothing wrong with him, is there? Lebedevs solid in second place for Latvia. Kubera, as hard as he tried, just couldn't quite get to join his teammate out in front. Solid start for Poland though. 6 points out in front for them. For Zmarzlik, Dominik Kubera, 3 points for Team Latvia. Lebedevs actually doing a good solid job there, picking up second place. So here we go, let's watch it again. Yeah, Lebedevs strong in his first turn.
Yeah, he's made a good start, but there we can see Kubera nearly running in the back of Lebedevs. Got awfully close there, and at that point Kolodinskis could see that he maybe had an opportunity to get past Kubera. But race settled down, and Zmarzlik looks fine, looks fit, looks good. Lebedevs battling as we know, but a solid start for Poland with 6 points.
Poland have never won the Speedway of Nations. Will it be their night tonight? Just never quite clicked. Of course, they came so very close here in 2021. Mathias just dropping the bike, coming out of turn 4. Great Britain went on to win that night. Right, E number 4, we'll see Germany for the second time here. The work going on around Bartosz Zmarzlik. He's always heavily involved in his team crew, working hard as always. So we've got Team Sweden here with Fredrik Lindgren up against Jakob Thorssell. Kai Huckenbeck and Norick Blödorn with a maximum score in heat number 1. Fabulous start for them. Got to say, Sweden are a good-looking outfit.
Yeah, I rate Sweden. I mean, Fredrik Lindgren was in superb form in their semi-final. Jakob Thorssell took a heavy crash. I know he's been having some treatment, I believe, at Manchester United throughout the week. So no doubt he could kick a football now. Let's see if he can ride his speedway bike.
Thorssell for Sweden's going from the inside gate with the blue helmet colour. Alongside him in gate number 2 in yellow will be Norick Blödorn for Germany. Past Fredrik Lindgren for Sweden coming out of gate number 3 in red. And Kai Huckenbeck for Germany off the outside in the white helmet colour. It's good to see Huckenbeck, who started the Grand Prix series in fine form, then dipped, and now has come back. He had a heavy fall in Warsaw and seemed to struggle. It's riding well this week. Yeah, he's riding fantastically well. We know when he's fit and when he's confident, he's got fast equipment. Here we go then, heat number 4. Second time out for Germany. They get to the first corner, Thorssell's there. Blödorn's coming through as well. Fantastic first corner from Norick Blödorn. Kai Huckenbeck, Fredrik Lindgren charges up the inside. Fantastic move for him. Sweden now coming through in the second and third. Huckenbeck trying to get back in it, but it's a youngster from Germany, Norick Blödorn, and now Huckenbeck. Look at Huckenbeck go.
Tell you what, Huckenbeck has got plenty of speed. Fast Freddy was fast in the semi-final. Huckenbeck now up the inside, and Germany looking for a second consecutive 7-2.
Look at Fredrik Lindgren. What a move from him. Huckenbeck trying hard. Fredrik Lindgren has forced his way back into second place. Blödorn riding superbly well out in front. 1 lap to go. Germany riding out of their skins here in their first couple of outings. Look like they're going to pick up 6 points. Thorssell just out of the picture. Norick Blödorn, what a ride this is. He's been a busy man this week, and he picks up a fantastic win there. Lindgren had to work overtime to come back into second place. And Kai Huckenbeck in the thick of the action throughout the 4 laps. Fabulous speedway here in heat number 4, and Germany move on to 13. We weren't expecting that.
Wow. Yeah, cracking start for Germany.
6 points for Germany. Norick Blödorn riding out of his skin out in front. Kai Huckenbeck working overtime to come through in his second place. That makes 6 points, 3 points for Sweden, with Lindgren having to ride much harder than he probably wanted to, and Thorssell just missing out. Here's the position after everybody finishes the first 4 races. Germany have raced twice, they've got 13. Everybody else has had 1 outing, 6 for Poland, 5 for Australia, 4 for Great Britain, 3 for Sweden, same for Latvia, and just 2 for Denmark. But we've got a long way to go.
Long way to go, but Germany couldn't have asked or even dreamed of a better start. They've dropped just 1 point in their opening 2 rides, and what a fantastic ride this was for Norick Blödorn. Had to battle his way through in Heat 1 against the Danes, but here he gets around the first turn in front, and Jakob Thorssell follows him down the back straight. Jakob, we know, had that heavy fall in his last ride in the semi-final. Fredrik Lindgren battling so hard here with Kai Huckenbeck, and at 1 point Huckenbeck got himself into second place behind his teammate. What a cracking race.
Yep, that's just a little bit of a flavour of what we're going to witness here this evening, that's for sure. Just watching it again from the drone, it was all action. Thorssell got beaten up early doors. Huckenbeck put a lot of pressure on Lindgren to get himself up that inside, but Freddie responded.
Yeah, as Freddie does. We know, we've seen him in Speedway Grand Prix pretty much every round, where he just battles every single race and determined to pick up the points to get him into semi-finals, and then of course generally he gets to the final too. But cracking ride between these two. We can see there both taking a tear off, and then Huckenbeck just having a little look over his right shoulder to see where Freddie is.
Norick Blödorn, what a moment for him. As I say, he rode in the Speedway of Nations 2 for Germany last night, did very well. But here in the senior meeting. So while we're having some track grading, we'll get some reaction. Abby's working down there for tonight, and she's going to join Erik Riss.
I just looked at Erik and I was like, wow, Norick has just beaten Freddie Lindgren, second in the world last year. Erik's response was pretty good.
Yeah, the boys are doing really well. Obviously, Norick, he rides for Bewley. He's got a lot of track knowledge, and he looks really fast today.
I mean, Germany only dropped a point. How optimistic are you? Obviously, we've got the best Speedway nations in the world, but Germany looking like they're starting the meeting as they mean to go on.
I think, you know, getting into the final was already an achievement for us. It was our goal when we had the semi. But it was already an achievement. I think going into the day today, you know, we just do our best and see what happens. And the boys are really, doing really well so far. There's no pressure on us. No one expects a lot of us. So yeah, just try and enjoy it.
That can really work, because that's what's worked for Kai, especially in the first few Grand Prix of the year. He was like, the only pressure I've got on myself, so if I can manage that, then you know, he just put in the performances. So Kai also leading from the front.
Yeah, a lot of the time you tend to ride better when you're just relaxed, you know, and you're having fun on the bike. And like I said, today, you know, it's no expectations, so we're pretty relaxed, and it looks like they're having fun out there.
Erik, what's it like for you? I mean, I'm sure you're trying to stay relaxed as well, but staying focused, do you know if you're going to get called up, or are you just ready to go in case you will?
I don't know. I was going to go in Heat 4, but obviously Norick done well in the first race. So, yeah, I'll just stay ready and see what happens. It's a bit annoying, not, you know, it's just annoying because you don't know when you're going out. You try to be ready, but if you don't know, you don't know what to prepare for. So it's a bit annoying, but I'll try and support the boys.
But you know, obviously, this track very well. You ride for the Oxford Spires, so just having that knowledge. Obviously, the track conditions set up differently tonight, and also the fact you've had so much rain. But just having that knowledge up your sleeve has got to help you as well, Erik. Yeah,
I mean, I've ridden plenty of times here, and I think I can do well here as well today. But you know, we've got Kai, he's a GP rider, we've got Norick, he rides for Bewley, so it's a fair choice putting them into the first race, and as long as they're doing well, there's no point really changing it.
Well, they're doing well at the moment. Let's see if it will continue. Thanks so much for chatting, Erik.
Yeah, never easy standing on the sidelines, but right now Germany, they can't change the team. They just can't. Mathias Bartz must be delighted with the way his two men have started. And Norick Blödorn rides here. Kai Huckenbeck in top form as well. Erik Riss keen to get out there, but 13 points out of 14. You just can't argue with that.
No, you've got to put your strongest riders on track, and Norick Blödorn has certainly shown that he is a strong rider for them tonight. So, yeah, you can understand Erik's frustrations, but he's just got to try and keep his head in the game in case he is called upon.
Absolutely. All riders standing on the sidelines have the same issue. Not easy, but it's part and parcel of Speedway of Nations Speedway. In number 5 now, and we will have Denmark coming up against the hosts here, Team Great Britain. Team Great Britain looking for more, and also Denmark looking to bounce back after that shock in heat number 1 where Germany overturned them, but Germany then backed it up, so it isn't really a shock. Germany are really in tip-top form. Can they keep it going? Massive race here in heat number 5. Tom Brennan there, patiently waking on. He's the number 3 rider for Great Britain. Ty Woofenden, we wish him all the best with that badly broken elbow. He's on the sidelines right now. So heat number 5. We've got I don't know if we've got Michelsen out here or not. Yes, we do. We do have Mikkel Michelsen back in. He's joining Anders Thomsen, Robert Lambert and Dan Bewley for Team Great Britain. We've got Dan Bewley on the inside in the yellow helmet colour. We've got Mikkel Michelsen coming out of gate number 2 in red. Although actually at the moment...
There's a lot of confusion there.
There's a lot of confusion there because we've got Anders Thomsen actually... Yeah, they've got it all wrong here.
Yeah, and Dan Bewley's been looking at the wrong gate position.
So let's start that again, shall we? Mikkel Michelsen will go from the inside in the red helmet colour. Dan Bewley, who pulled up into gate number 1 and confused us and everybody else, he's now going to come into gate number 2 in the yellow helmet colour. Anders Thomsen out of gate number 3 in blue, and off the outside, a winner first time out, is Robert Lambert in white. Here we go. Another massive race. Heat number 5. Which way is it going to go? Takes her up. We're on the way to the first corner. Great start by Michelsen. He's got round the first corner. Here comes Anders Thomsen now. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Dan Bewley nearly getting off the back of the bike there. Robert Lambert has forced his way through into second place. Almost forcing himself to the front. Oh, that's tight. Look at Robert Lambert charging up the inside. Fantastic ride from Robert Lambert to get the better of Anders Thomsen.
Super racing from Robert Lambert. Just did what he had to do, kept the wheels in line just until he'd got his nose in front. He certainly took Anders Thomsen as far as he could, but it was a fair move. Gets out in front, showing a great turn of speed, but unfortunately for Team GB, Dan Bewley at the back.
Bewley struggling there in his first couple of outings. What a stunning, forceful move that was from Robert Lambert, the captain of Great Britain, riding out in front, looking $1 million. Anders Thomsen literally, well, beaten up there. Had to take it. But Denmark come through there. They only got 2 points in their first outings, but they get a heat advantage in that one. Team Great Britain with 2 wins, but unfortunately not quite working as a pair yet. But Denmark come out on top in that encounter. 5 points to them with Anders Thomsen and Mikkel Michelsen. Robert Lambert out in front, riding superbly well. But Dan Bewley just struggling to get amongst the points in their first couple of outings.
Yeah, Robert Lambert in absolutely sparkling form, but he's going to need to be backed up by his teammate to get these heat advantages, and at the moment it's a 7-2 position for Denmark, but Robert Lambert riding so very well. Unfortunately a mistake for Dan Bewley there. Bike lifts both legs out of the footrest. Pretty much out of control at one point there, but Robert Lambert, look at him, between the 2 riders, outside of Michelsen, inside of Anders Thomsen, and he just rides the track perfectly here. He's on the edge of the dirt, he's not travelling any further than he needs to. There he keeps his wheels in line going into the corner until he's got in front of Anders Thomsen. Really good riding from Robert Lambert.
Forceful, very forceful, but it's World Championship Speedway. Anders Thomsen had to make way there as Robert Lambert was coming like a steam train. Roared to the front. But Team Great Britain are going to have to get Dan Bewley going, or will it be Tom Brennan? We'll wait and see. Heat number 6 is next. And we've got Jack Holder and Brady Kurtz for Australia up against Team Latvia with Andzejs Lebedevs, and there's a change for Latvia here with Jevgenijs Kostigovs coming in. So Jack Holder, he'll go from the inside gate here with the red helmet colour. Gate number 2 in yellow will be Kostigovs for Latvia. Gate 3 in blue is Brady Kurtz, and off the outside is Andzejs Lebedevs. Now Australia picked up 5 points in their first outing. Solid start for Australia. Kept that last place off the programme. Great Britain are on 8, but they've had 2 last places. That can be problematic. They're going to have to up their game.
Yeah, all the favourites so far dropping points. At the moment, it's Germany that are looking strong and riding super as well.
It started like a house on fire, Germany. They are going along very nicely indeed. Now, can Australia take care of Latvia here? Will Andzejs Lebedevs and Kostigovs put their best foot forward? We're about to find out. Heat number 6. We're underway. Into the first turn, Lebedevs is coming hard around the outside. Jack Holder's hit the front, down the back straight on the opening lap. Here comes Lebedevs. No, the door is slammed shut. Brady Kurtz now coming around the outside, charging hard, hard, hard. That is really brutal speedway. Lebedevs wasn't for being past there, was he?
No, Lebedevs has
just slammed the door shut.
He's got eyes in the back of his head. 1 minute he's racing Jack Holder up front, then he's stopping Brady Kurtz. He really is using all of the track to great effect to make sure he stays in second place. And I've got to say, Kostigovs is not out of this.
Kostigovs now gets up the inside of Kurtz. Kurtz has to respond. That was tight speedway there. Holder looks good out in front. Lebedevs solid in second place, but Kostigovs, you're dead right, Chris. He's coming on really strong. Kurtz is having to ride out of his skin. One last blast now. Handy points for Australia, though. Looking like they're going to pick up 6 points here. Hard work. Really hard work, and Latvia really taking it to Australia there, making the work overtime. Holder away. Brady Kurtz very much in the thick of the action, trying to get the better of Lebedevs, couldn't do that. And then he had Kostigovs for company as well. Brilliant speedway. Jack Holder out in front, Brady Kurtz coming through in third, 6 points for them. Latvia picking up another second place with Lebedevs, but another lovely race of speedway. It's handy points. 11 now for Australia.
Yeah, and I've got to say that Latvia are doing a good job. Lebedevs, we're used to seeing him the way he rides in the Speedway Grand Prix. He's a tough cookie. Great cut back there. Looks like he might have a good run up the inside of Jack Holder. Jack Holder, sneaky look over his shoulder, first of all, to stop the run of Lebedevs. Then Lebedevs realises that Brady Kurtz is coming around the outside. Has to change tack, move to the dirt line and squeeze Brady Kurtz as much as he can. Tough riding from Lebedevs. But Kostigovs here, we can see, gets himself almost into third place. And I've got to say that Kolodinskis in his first ride wasn't far out of it. So Latvia, you know, so nearly giving the backing that Lebedevs needs.
They're on the pace, aren't they? They are right on the pace. They've haven't quite combined yet to get the big points, but they're very competitive indeed. Reigning champions, Australia, picking up a 6-point haul. Right in it now with 11 points. This is going to be a really competitive night of speedway. You just sense it. It's early doors, but it's all beginning to build very nicely.
Yeah, the track's going to settle down, and the racing, I just can't see it getting anything but better and better as the night goes on.
Number 7, we've got Poland up against Sweden here. Dominik Kubera and Bartosz Zmarzlik out once again. No change for Poland. It does look like they might. Is there a change for Sweden? No, I think it's still Jakob Thorssell.
Still Jakob, yeah.
Changed his bike. He's got a clean bike here in Fredrik Lindgren. So on the inside in blue is Jakob Thorssell. Gate number 2 in white is Dominik Kubera. Gate 3 in red is Fredrik Lindgren, and off the outside in yellow is Bartosz Zmarzlik. Lindgren and Thorssell for Sweden, Kubera and Zmarzlik for Poland. And heat number 7, Poland starting with a 5-point haul. Excuse me, 6 points. Excuse me, 6 points. Solid start for Poland, and they build on it now. But Sweden are a tough nut. We're away. Sweden have got away sharp there. Thorssell round the inside. Here comes Fredrik Lindgren. Kubera there trying to get through the middle of them with Zmarzlik out the back. Gotta say, strong start. Thorssell's moved Kubera out the way. Lindgren's hit the front. Super stuff from them. Zmarzlik all over the place. Super speedway from Sweden.
Zmarzlik doesn't want to waste any time in getting past his teammate Kubera to have a go at Jakob Thorssell. Jakob Thorssell really rode a good opening lap. It was really tough on Kubera as they come down into turn 3. Freddie Lindgren with a good first turn. At the moment, Sweden looking good.
Sweden looking for a maximum score here. Going great fast, Freddie Lindgren roaring away out in front. Zmarzlik working so hard back in 3rd place. Can he get the better of Thorssell? Just got one last chance now coming through the final corner. Thorssell slams the door shut. And what a result for Sweden. That's huge. Disappointment for Poland. Didn't work out for them there. Kubera just got beaten up early in the race with a strong move from Thorssell to stop him coming round him. But Freddie Lindgren, who was fast in the semi-final, Thorssell with a big crash, bouncing back. What a result for Sweden that is. 7 points for them with Freddie Lindgren and Thorssell. Just 2 for Poland. Didn't see that coming. Zmarzlik just picking up 3rd place. What a race for Sweden.
Yeah, Sweden struggled in their opening race against Germany, but not here against one of the favourites, Poland. A little bit of movement actually at the start there from Kubera, but he's at the back. Referee's done the right thing not to stop the race. Freddie Lindgren riding right out to the dirt straight away. This is where Jakob Thorssell is quite tough there, rides straight in the way there of Kubera. Kubera then has to move over, and Zmarzlik sees his opportunity to get in front of his teammate. He fills him in coming into the corner. Kubera nearly coming off the back of the motorcycle, and I am hearing that Kubera will get a warning for that little bit of movement at the start line.
Absolutely. A fantastic result for Sweden. In the last race, Freddie Lindgren, of course, winning in Gors off the last round of the World Championship. He won the Swedish Championship prior to that. Freddie Lindgren is really right back on song. Good to see. So, here we go, heat number 8. Second block of heats will be completed after this. There's the position after 7 races. Germany out in front, but we've got Germany again now. And every chance they're going to pull away a little bit further. Australia on 11, Sweden on 10. That's the top 3 after 7 heats here tonight. Now we've got the hosts, Great Britain, who are on 8. Haven't combined well enough yet. Bewley struggling for points so far. And Germany absolutely red hot so far this evening.
I've got to say, if Dan Bewley can find his trapping gloves and start scoring points with Robert Lambert with the form he's in, they look strong.
Kai Huckenbeck and Norick Blödorn for Germany. Robert Lambert and Dan Bewley for Team Great Britain. It'll be Kai Huckenbeck in red off the inside gate. Robert Lambert will come out of gate number 2 in white. Blödorn, gate 3 in blue. Dan Bewley off the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Bewley really has got to get himself in the thick of the action now. Can't afford to keep running last places.
No, Norick Blödorn, he hasn't dropped a point in his opening 2 rides to the opposition. That's a fantastic start there.
Indeed it is. Norick Blödorn coming of age here so far. He's a former German champion. He's done a lot of racing. He's only 20 years old, but he's going the right way. And so far this evening has been in red hot form. Here we go. Heat number 8. Germany against the host, Great Britain. Here we go now, long pause, takes her up, we're roaring to the first corner, it's Huckenbeck who dives up there. What a turn back from Dan Bewley, and Robert Lambert now, coming up the inside. Team Great Britain hit the front for the first time as a pair, and they go back together.
Huckenbeck, got to say Robert Lambert did good. His momentum got stopped when Dan Bewley came through. He just momentarily had to get off the throttle, but he soon got it back on up the inside of Kai Huckenbeck. 7 points. This will be massive for Team GB.
What the doctor ordered for Team Great Britain. What we've come to expect to see from Dan Bewley. Such an eye-catching rider. And Robert Lambert and Dan Bewley are absolutely flying here in heat number 8. They've combined beautifully. Strong move coming out of turn 2 in the opening lap. 7 massive points for Team Great Britain. That's a big move. for them. They had 8 coming into their third outing, heat number 8. And they almost double their score. And they joined Germany at the top of the charts. 15 points to Great Britain, 15 to Germany, 7 massive points for Great Britain there. Dan Bewley, that was a stunning ride from him. Robert Lambert, hugely impressive as well so far this evening. By Huckenbeck and Norick Blödorn, just missing out in heat number 8. But Team Great Britain delighting the home crowd. Now that's the position after everybody's had 8, well there have been 8 races. Slightly confusing because Great Britain and Germany have had 3 heats and everybody else have had 2. But Great Britain and Germany on 15, Australia on 11, but they've only raced twice. Sweden on 10 from 2, 8 for Poland, 7 for Denmark and 6 points for Latvia. Team Great Britain coming good there.
Coming good, yeah, heat number 8, all about the action on the back straight. You can see there, Dan Bewley's made a poor start from gate 4. Gate 4 working last night, doesn't seem to be working tonight. Gets up the inside, runs across Lambert, who just momentarily there has to put the brakes on as his teammate Dan Bewley comes through, hits the fence, a little bit of extra speed going into the corner. But Robert Lambert gets up the inside of Kai Huckenbeck there. You can see Dan Bewley running up the berm by the fence, brave move, but he gets a lot of speed going into the corner and a superb effort from Team GB.
Notice that they've actually ripped the track up there. It looked like there was more grip out there that time. Bartosz Zmarzlik for Poland was struggling a little bit actually in his ride. But for Dan Bewley, after a disappointing start tonight, turns on the style in heat number 8. And that will just settle the team down now. And this is a tough evening. Of course, they have had 3 outings, Great Britain. They were under 15. Australia on 11 from 2. They're lurking there, as are Sweden on 10. They've had a couple of heats.
Interactive digital experience.
Bit of work going on the track. Good speedway so far, Chris.
Yeah, great speedway. And, you know, we've heard it said before that Team Great Britain, obviously being seeded through, haven't seen any track action this week, which may explain a slightly slower start, although Robert Lambert's been able to win races. Dan Bewley, the guy that you would expect to be out there winning races, has struggled in his first 2.
Right, let's get some reaction from Team Great Britain. Abby's down there, and Tom Brennan is joining her.
Tom, that was more like it in that heat. Both Dan and Robert finally working as a pair together.
Yeah, massively. Absolutely amazing first corner by Dan then. He actually didn't make the start, but he made a tremendous first corner. So, and also had a lot of speed then. So, no, fantastic race for them.
Did Dan mention what was going on in the first couple of heats, just not managing to make it work?
No, I don't actually think Dan was ever in doubt. Dan's a very, very chill character, and he kind of has his head very, very firmly screwed on. So no, he come in, was calm, and made the decisions he needed to do. I think he actually swapped bikes for that race. So yeah, never in doubt.
And Robert Lambert hasn't been in doubt either. We saw him in the British final, not at his best around this track, but he's looking good tonight.
Exactly that, and like always on these sort of occasions, he always obviously rises to the top, and you can clearly see that tonight. So, no, finally we're sort of starting to kick, and hopefully we can carry this on to the end.
Tom, similar sort of question that I asked Erik Riss when you're at number 3 and you're eager, I know that you are, and ready to go. How do you handle just the night and this kind of format?
Yeah, I feel a little bit like a mascot, if I'm honest for you, right now, but it's one of those things you have to be ready, but obviously not like too ready. So it's one of those in the medium. I'm obviously ready to go. I have like a fantastic setup here, and yeah, I mean, it's one of them. You have to be ready, but at the same time, you obviously kind of hope you're not needed because you want the top 2 boys to kind of go do their thing. But we obviously know our way around here if we're needed.
You mentioned how chilled Dan is. He absolutely is. He's different on the bike, but when he's in the pits, he's so relaxed. What is the spirit amongst you guys like, and amongst the team and the managers as well, because you've got a Parsan crowd tonight who are going to want to see the repeat of October 2021?
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, you only have to look around you, right? I mean, you can only see the amount of effort that's gone into this, and the amount of effort every single year. Since obviously 2021, we've been improving even more so. The whole Team GB setup has just been getting better and better. So no, everyone feels good, everyone feels calm, and I think that's kind of the nature of what we need to bring into the rest of the night, is to kind of remain calm, and yeah, these boys know what they're doing. So all I can do is kind of be a big sponge and take in as much as I can and kind of rinse it out at the end. So,
Sam, thanks so much. Let's see if it continues GB's way.
It will do.
Yeah, good set. Didn't Tom speak well? That was a brilliant interview with him there, and
I think he was a bit hard on himself. He's a mascot and a big sponge, but fantastic rider as well.
He's a rider that's improving immensely with a huge amount of potential, knows this place well, of course, having ridden for Bellevue in recent seasons. He's a Birmingham Brummie this year, but there's no doubt that he will be very keen to get out there, and he'll do his very best if called upon. 15 points to Team Great Britain and Germany, but they've raced 3 times. Australia on 11 with a couple of heats. Sweden 10 points from their 2 outings. 8 points for Poland from their 2. Denmark on 7 from 2 races, and Latvia on 6 from 2. Australia going okay. I've got to say Poland and Denmark have started slowly, and they're going to have to battle their way back into this Speedway of Nations final.
Yeah, Australia and Sweden for me have made pretty solid starts. You know, to have 11 and 10 points after 2 heats is pretty good, but that, you know, 7 points from Great Britain in that one have really put them right back in it. It's difficult at this stage, obviously, with the difference between the amount of heats raced, but yeah, Australia, Sweden for me have put themselves in good positions.
Absolutely right. Big race for Denmark now. They could do with a big score here. 6 or 7 would be very handy indeed, but Australia will have something to say about that. They've got 11 points. Looks like they're going with Brady Kurtz again here. Haven't heard of any changes. Max Fricke, I saw him ride here about 2 or 3 weeks ago for his club, the Leicester Lions, and he had a couple of races with Dan Bewley that were out of the top draw. Absolutely stunning. So it was a big call by Mark Lemon, but Brady Kurtz has had a terrific season. Aside from the injury, he has been riding extraordinarily well, and it's a big opportunity for Kurtz here tonight, and he is retained once again for heat number 9. Denmark up against Australia. Here's the lineup. Jack Holder for Australia and Brady Kurtz. They'll be in red and blue. Mikkel Michelsen and Anders Thomsen in white and yellow. No change for either team coming out for their 3rd race here tonight.
Denmark are the team in this race already under pressure, really. 4 points they trail Australia, so they really need something here.
Absolutely. Jack Holder's going to go from the inside in red. Gate number 2 in yellow is Anders Thomsen. Gate 3 in blue will be Brady Kurtz, and off the outside will be Mikkel Michelsen again. Rasmus Jensen just used once, had a poor race. That's how tough it is. He's out. But Michelsen, you've got to say it was a slightly strange choice in the first place, because Michelsen has won a Grand Prix, he's 3rd in the world. So you can understand them switching back, and Michelsen certainly retains his place here. But it is a big moment for Denmark. They're on 7. A lot of people fancy them. They had a very good result in the semi-final midweek.
Yeah, dominated that semi-final, didn't they?
They did, yeah, absolutely. They haven't dominated the final so far from 2 heats, but that could change now. Australia, the reigning champions at Speedway of Nations. It really was a coming of age, actually, for Jack Holder in Voyance 2 years ago. Never seen him ride like that before then. Clearly, he's kicked on. He's a fabulous rider, genuine world class now. But there's no doubt that Fricke and Holder worked beautifully that particular night. Kept Jason Doyle out of the 3. They kept him out of the top 2. So here we go. Kurtz and Holder, Thomsen and Michelsen. Heat number 9. Action about to get underway once again. Green light is on, tapes are up. They're rolling into the first corner. Holder's there on the inside. Round the outside comes Michelsen. Can he get the better of Holder down the backside? Yes, he can! Roars to the front, Mikkel Michelsen. Now Brady Kurtz trying to get the better of Anders Thomsen. Can he do so? Tight for 3rd. Really is, but a great move from Michelsen early doors.
Yeah, great move from Michelsen. Jack Holder, bike just climbed up on him. Just lost a little bit of speed at the end of the straight where you need maximum speed, and Michelsen took great advantage of that to hit the front. But now Brady Kurtz has managed to clear Anders Thomsen riding out in the 3rd. Don't see any way past for Thomsen now, so this will be an advantage for Australia.
Michelsen, terrific on the opening lap. But I've got to say, Brady Kurtz once again doing overtime. Back in 3rd, he had it earlier on. But he's ridden really well there to get the better of Anders Thomsen. Disappointment here for Denmark. with Anders Thomsen's going to run a last place. 4 points for Denmark, with Michelsen riding beautifully out in front. With Australia with a solid second and third. They've had no last places, Australia. You're beginning to see how important that is. They move on nicely now with 3 races done. 5 points for Australia with Jack Holder and Brady Kurtz. Strong riding from Kurtz there to work hard for it. Michelsen stunning out in front. Anders Thomsen just not quite on the pace. Australia, they move on to 16 points.
Yeah, good solid ride for Australia. Any advantage over a team like Denmark has got to be a bonus. It was a decent start from Holder. Hugs around the inside and head. You just see the bike climb up. He's working hard on the bike, looking for that traction on the inside. He knows that Michelsen will have a little bit more speed than him. But as soon as the bike lifts there, you can see his right hand, the throttle's going on and off, trying to get it back down. Meanwhile, Michelsen's just flat out and hits the dirt. See the bike straighten up a little bit. Plenty of grip out there. Meanwhile, Brady Kurtz is coming round the outside of Anders Thomsen. And at 5 points, I think Australia will be happy with 5 points against the Danes.
Solid start for Australia. Moving on to 16 points. Going along all right. The reigning champions, of course, and Brady Kurtz in from the get-go tonight. It's the standing, 16 for Australia, 15 for Great Britain, 15 for Germany. That's your top 3 right now. So heat number 10, we've got Latvia up against Sweden here. So there's your lineup with Lebedevs and Kostigovs back in again here. He was fast, actually, Kostigovs. Didn't score any points, but he was quick. Up against Team Sweden, Fredrik Lindgren and Jakob Thorssell. On the inside in blue is Kostigovs. Gate number 2 in yellow is Jakob Thorssell. Andrei Lebedevs will come out of gate number 3 in red, and off the outside in white is Fredrik Lindgren. Now, Fredrik Lindgren and Thorssell was superb last time with a maximum score. They moved on to 10 points. Latvia have been quite handy. They've only got 6. But I tell you what, they've been right on the pace, and Lebedevs has been right in there, hasn't he? He's been strutting his stuff. Yeah,
we expect to see Lebedevs doing that, but I've been impressed by both Kostigovs and Kolodinskis, because, you know, they've both been on the pace. They've both been just sticking their nose in there, not quite getting there.
Heat number 10, Latvia up against Sweden. They roar into the first corner. Kostigovs has made a nice start. But here comes Fredrik Lindgren round the outside. Swedish alike. Thorssell trying to follow him through. He's roaring round the outside of Kostigovs with Lebedevs out the back. Kostigovs slams the door shot. Thorssell now switching back to the inside. Sweden looking like they're going to get another maximum score. Whoa, look at them go.
Yeah, Lindgren out front looking good. We know he's fast, but Jakob Thorssell is backing him up tonight so far. It's a sensible ride from Jakob Thorssell. He didn't panic, he didn't squeeze himself up by the fence. But I've got to say, Kostigovs is giving him a hard time on the inside.
Jakob Thorssell had to then ride defensively going into turn number 3. Kostigovs has got a lot of speed back in third place. Fredrik Lindgren is out in front, enjoying himself, very much like he did in the semi-final. But Sweden looking like they're going to get another maximum score. And Sweden are really beginning to make their presence felt here in the Speedway of Nations final in the National Speedway Stadium. How about that? Thorssell had a really big crash in the semi-final when he was rammed from behind. He's had treatment all week, and he's ridden really well there. Lindgren out in front, a stunning ride from him. 7 massive points for Fredrik Lindgren and Jakob Thorssell. Maximum score. Kostigovs back in third place, going great guns. Lebedevs just slipping up there. Latvia are so close to getting big scores, just not quite getting there. It just shows you how tough it is.
Yeah, Kostigovs really mixing it here. You can see he comes off the inside gate in blue, makes a decent start with Jakob Thorssell. Jakob Thorssell thinks, oh, I'll go wide, but of course he's mid-track. There isn't the grip there. And Kostigovs is able to continue his run around the inside. Looks a little bit pensive on the bike. He's had some difficult conditions so far this week to ride in. Track looking great out there tonight though, and he squeezes Jakob Thorssell down the straight. Thorssell then changes his tack to the inside, makes a lovely move up the inside, but Kostigovs kept him honest all race.
He did indeed. And Fredrik Lindgren going great. Now they see Sweden on 17. They lead the final. And And what a moment it is. My colleague fancies the Swedes. He's actually pointing that out. Yeah, he's pointing that out to me now. Quite smug he is right now. Now this is a massive race for Poland. Dominik Kubera and Bartosz Zmarzlik for Poland. Kai Huckenbeck and Norick Blödorn for Germany. You can see there a warning for Kubera. We've got Kubera going off the inside in the red helmet colour. Alongside him is Norick Blödorn in yellow, gate number 2. Gate number 3 in blue is the world champion, Bartosz Zmarzlik. And off the outside is Kai Huckenbeck. A sense that they need 7 points here, Poland. They're languishing down in 6th place. Had a poor outing with 2 points. That could cost them an opportunity to win, but they've got to get 7 to get themselves right back in it.
Yeah, heat number 7 with those 2 points against the Swedes really has put them under what they will feel maybe is unnecessary pressure. But to say, Kelvin, I fancied Sweden to look quite strong, particularly with the form of Fredrik Lindgren in the semi-final.
Yeah, you said that. You've reminded me of that again.
I may do it again later.
Okay, all right.
See how they go.
I look forward to that. So here we go. Heat number 11. Big pressure on Poland. Never won the Speedway of Nations. Won the Speedway World Cup last year in dramatic style. Can they bounce back here now? Oh, drama! Drama! Zmarzlik in the tapes. Huckenbeck jumped. Zmarzlik moved. Almost certainly going to be thrown out of the race. We'll see it again. Just once again, Speedway of Nations and Poland at the highest level, at senior level, it just don't seem to click.
Doesn't work out for them, does it? They don't have any luck. They almost seem to panic, which for a team as strong as they are is remarkable. But there.
Well, I tell you what, I think Huckenbeck's touched them as well.
Did he touch them?
Well, it's very close.
Let's have a look. We've got a good angle here. I don't think he has.
No,
because there's no grab when the tapes go up.
No, that's
only Zmarzlik.
Zmarzlik out. It's been confirmed. What a moment. Drama here in the Speedway of Nations final for Poland. Just hasn't been his week. He had a heavy crash in the semi-final. Went home, he's come back, and he's now touched the tapes. It's awfully frustrating when a rider does that on the outside of you. Just moves a little bit, and it sucks you in. Massive race for them. A lot of pressure on.
Pressure on Kubera now. He's got to win this race.
It's not looking good for Poland. Germany have had a great night. Slipped up last time, Germany, with just 2 points. But they're on 15. Poland, down to 1 man here, can only get 4 here if Kubera can win. So Kubera's back in. Zmarzlik's excluded. Huckenbeck and Blödorn, they're back out. Second time around. Blödorn's on gate number 2 in yellow. Nobody on the inside. They've switched it up here, haven't they?
Yeah.
And Kubera will go from gate number 3 in red. And on the outside is Kai Huckenbeck. Big opportunity for Germany now. Here we go. Heat number 11, the green light comes on. What a long pause that is. Too long. Too long. Drama here. What's going on? I think we had this last time in a World Championship event here, you know, where we had problems with the tapes. They've been perfect all week when it's been pouring with rain. Now we've got a nice evening. They just wouldn't work. Yeah, that's not ideal. I'll have to test that.
It is a computer-generated delay after the green light comes on, and clearly something has malfunctioned there.
Something not quite working correctly there. Alexander Latosinski from the Ukraine. Yeah, they're working now. But,
that's very hard. That long pause, as long as that, is very hard on the engines. They're revving sort of around anything between 12 and 14,000 RPMs at that point.
And the clutch as well. The clutch getting red hot. But I'm just going to check it for a second time.
Yeah, if we can do one more, and this time I want you to override it. So just press the green and then press the start button straight away and see if you can override it if that happened again. So if it goes on for too long, you can just press the start button to release it. Just give it one more try, please.
So one more try to make sure that the tapes are going to be working correctly. does appear they are. Let's keep our fingers crossed that all is well now and we can get back on with heat number 11.
Yeah, interesting to hear Phil Morris saying that he wants to know if the referee can override it. At least that way we don't have to have as long a pause if there is a problem.
Back to Neil for the official word and when we're ready to go.
Rafal Dobrucki there, just on the left, has had a fantastic tenure so far for Poland. They won every gold medal available last year in 2023.
2 minutes is on now, yeah. Okay, 2 minutes again? Only 2 minutes this time.
So 2 minutes is now underway, counting down. You've got to be at the start with 2 minutes to go. Huge pressure on Poland, not going their way at all. Got to turn it around somewhere. They've got to get 4 points here. They're going to need Kubera to pick it up, otherwise their chances of a medal even are looking slim. Bartosz Zmarzlik, it hasn't been his week. He got wiped out by Marko Levashin in the semi-final in the first corner. Did have a heavy fall there and just being suckered into the tapes there. Dreadful feeling. We've all experienced it. You can't help yourself, really.
It's frustrating.
It is indeed, but Huckenbeck moving and then Zmarzlik touching the tapes. Riders are up at tapes, and Kubera seems a bit confused. He's gone from gate 3, where he was going to go last time. He's gone back to gate number 1. He's going to come out of gate number 1 in red. Alongside him is the youngster Norick Blödorn in yellow, gate 2. Nobody in gate 3 now. And so off the outside is Kai Huckenbeck
I think that's
in white.
Giving a bit of an advantage to Huckenbeck. Yeah.
Just taking the words out of my mouth. Yeah. It actually helps Huckenbeck, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, gate 3 traditionally isn't the best gate, but you know, it's interesting to see that the German team swapped their gate positions. It looks like they were sort of looking maybe just to take a 5-4 advantage when there were 4 riders, but they've decided they can do a little bit more now.
Well, they've had a good night so far. They had a maximum score first time out. Then they picked up 6 points in heat number 4. Just 2 in heat number 8, where Team Great Britain got the better of them. But this is a great opportunity for Germany to really push themselves back in the reckoning for medals. Here we go. Heat number 11, we're away. Kubera's made a lovely start on the inside. Oh, Blödorn's gone the wrong way there. Almost turned right as he got to the first corner. That allows his teammate up into second place. This is the most that Kubera and Poland can do. I tell you what, Huckenbeck's in trouble there. Oh my goodness, he does well to hang on to it. Very grippy there in turns number 4. Kubera way out in front. That's exactly what he needed to do.
Yeah, this is the only result that Poland could take from this race. It keeps them in with a slight chance, but they're going to have to be absolutely wheel perfect in their remaining 3 rides. And I tell you what, of course they're capable of it, but Norick Blödorn didn't really do his teammate any favours in the first turn, just got in his way. Kai Huckenbeck just lost that little bit of momentum as he had to make the cutback.
Into the last lap, Kubera going well in front. Germany there, packing in, they'll pick up 5 points. This will be good news for them. Still very much in the hunt for a medal, Germany, here in the Speedway of Nations final. Kubera doing all he could. Good composure from Kubera. In the end, he was a bit confused on whether he wanted to go off gates 1 or 3. But third time around, he actually chose the right gate. It worked out for him. 4 points for Poland. The best they could do with just 1 representative. But 5 points for Germany, for Blödorn and Huckenbeck. And Germany now, after 4 outings, move on to 20 points. They're going along very nicely indeed. And Poland, well, it's a tough night for them. They've only got 12 from their 3 outings.
Yeah, Poland have had two last places in effect compared to Germany's 1. So Germany going their business quite nicely, but yeah, unfortunate first turn there for Blödorn as he just grabbed a load of grip, got in his teammate's way, and then at the bottom end it was Kai Huckenbeck's turn to get it all wrong. Bike just getting a load of traction, showing good motorcycling skills there, moves his body weight forward, leans the bike over a bit more, stays out of the fence.
Poland now is making some sort of complaint there to the referee with Rafal Dobrucki, but I don't think it's going to lead to too much, in truth. Maybe not really quite sure why that was, but it was a clear tape offence by Bartosz Zmarzlik. Maybe they were concerned about the fact that the tapes had stayed in place too long. I'm not quite sure. Now there is a change now for Denmark, and as Thomsen has been left out here and Rasmus Jensen has been put back in, had a ride in their first outing. Michelsen is retained. So Michelsen and Rasmus Jensen for Denmark. Up against Latvia here with Andzejs Lebedevs and Kostigovs, who's actually been going really well, Jevgenijs Kostigovs. He's looked very useful indeed. But Denmark, after a really poor start, they need a maximum score. They really do. They've had 2 points, a 5 and a 4. They're on 11 from 3 outings. If they want a medal here, they need a maximum score.
Yeah, they certainly do, and it's great for the competition because everybody is dropping points. Nobody is dominating this meeting.
Very competitive out there. We thought it might be, and so it's proving. But Team Germany are a turn up for the books. Nobody was expecting this. No real predictions. People's top 3, I guarantee you, were not including Germany. But they're right there. They've got 20 points after 4 races. I think number 12. We've got Rasmus Jensen in blue. He'll go from the inside gate. Jevgenijs Kostigovs comes out of gate number 2 in yellow. Gate through in red. It's Mikkel Michelsen and Andzejs Lebedevs will go from the outside in the white helmet colour. No, it's not actually Kostigovs. They've changed. Kolodinskis is out here. Excuse me, wasn't informed that. But Kolodinskis is back in. That's a surprise, actually. I thought Kostigovs was going rather well.
Yeah, to be fair to Kolodinskis in his opening ride, he wasn't off the pace, so neither of... yeah, I mean, Kolodinskis got 2 points.
Yeah, giving them another chance. Fair play. Yeah. Here we go then. Opportunity, you would suggest, on paper at least, for Denmark. Do they need it? Yes, they do. They're away nicely. Got to say, Rasmus Jensen's made a lovely start off that inside. Michelsen coming up the inside, but Kolodinskis coming through there, lovely. And Lebedev's around the outside. He's in the dirt. He's in trouble. He's in trouble. He's gone down hard. Just come back from injury. Ribs injury. He won't like that. He's up and about. He's hurting. He is hurting. He went in there at some pace. He's down on his knees. He got up quickly, but there's no doubt he's feeling the effects of that. It's very grippy out in turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, once you get in it, you've got to be in control. You've got to keep over the bike. If you let the bike run away, then you are in trouble. But we can see from the start, it looked like the Danes had both made the start there initially. But we can see Kolodinskis does a decent job of the first turn, almost turns it inside out, but Lebedevs enters the corner in the dirt. It's the fastest way round, just mid-corner. You see the leg goes back. I tell you what, Michelsen was lucky that he didn't actually collect the bike on the way past, because the bike made its way across to the inside of the track. But yeah, certainly Lebedevs didn't need that. We know he's sore, we know he's had some broken ribs, and he goes into the fence quite hard there.
Good to see him on his feet. Come on,
He's feeling a little bit sore, and that won't have done him any favours at all. He's excluded. There'll be a rerun with just 3 riders. Massive opportunity for Denmark. Latvia were coming at him. Kolodinskis was doing a great job there, actually. Lebedevs just... I did notice that Zmarzlik got in a bit of trouble there earlier on. It really is quite heavy out there in turn number 4.
Yeah, Huckenbeck too in his last race, didn't he?
That's right, absolutely. So Denmark in 6th place right now on 11 points. 7 here would be really handy, really handy. That would leapfrog them right back into the thick of the action. Denmark, a lot of people fancied them here.
Daniils Kolodinskis
Hasn't gone their way, but as you've rightly said, Chris, everybody's dropping points. So this meeting is still very much wide open.
Yeah, at the moment, Sweden, Australia, Great Britain probably with the upper hand, because after this race, if Denmark manage to maximum points, then they'll be on 18. But of course, on 15, 18, 15, 16, and 17, the other 3 have got a race in hand.
So Denmark going with Mikkel Michelsen and Rasmus Jensen. Andzejs Lebedevs is excluded, and Daniils Kolodinskis is in. He's in the yellow helmet colour. So we've got Rasmus Jensen off the inside in blue. Kolodinskis out of gate number 2 in yellow. And Mikkel Michelsen will go from gate number 3 in the red helmet colour. In these sort of competitions, in world finals like this, these are opportunities that you've just got to take. You have to. You've just got to take. They haven't had a great start to the night, but all of a sudden, this is a bit of an opportunity for Denmark. They've got to take 7 points if they want a medal, if they want to put pressure on the other big nations.
Yeah, the race with Poland We saw that Kubera, you know, he had to do almost the opposite. He had to do a damage limitation and take 4 points. Well, this is where they've got to grab this golden opportunity to take 7.
Yeah, Lebedevs is a tough man. Tough man. Here we go. Heat number 12. Denmark up against the left. Oh, what a start from Rasmus Jensen. He's fired out of gate number 1. Michelsen coming across from gate 3. They're in charge through the first corner, but Michelsen's gone very wide there. He's allowed Kolodinskis to come nicely up the inside. Michelsen in that deep stuff around the outside. Tell you what, Kolodinskis has nearly got himself to the front. How about this? Rasmus Jensen now being relegated to second place. What a ride from Kolodinskis.
I tell you what, Jens Svensson will not like that. He will be blasting up the inside. Kolodinskis is having the race of his life in a Speedway of Nations race against Denmark. This is absolutely fabulous stuff. Meanwhile, at the back, Michelsen just doesn't look comfortable, doesn't know where to ride, doesn't seem to have the speed.
Kolodinskis out in front, back in this race. What a master stroke from Vladimir Ribnikovs, the team manager of LATVIA. Rasmus Jensen trying everything he knows back in second place. He's got one last chance now. Round turns 3 and 4. And Kolodinskis, what a ride for LATVIA. Denmark have got 5 points for second and third, but they will be desperately disappointed not to have taken advantage there with one representative from Latvia. Kolodinskis makes himself a hero in heat number 12. How about that? Rasmus Jensen and Mikkel Michelsen pick up 5 points, 4 points for Latvia with Kolodinskis. Tell you what, that was a smashing moment for that young man.
Yeah, I mean, look, to win that race is remarkable, and if he'd have done it from the start, we kind of could have understood him hanging on, but he did it from the back.
You can see the standings then. Germany leading the way after 4 heats on 20. 3 races only for Sweden, but they're 17. They're looking good. Australia 16, 3 heats. Denmark moving on to 16 from 4. And we've got Great Britain on 15 from 3. Poland on 12 and Latvia on 12.
Rasmus Jensen, great start from the inside there. You can see he's having a look over his right shoulder. He would expect in this next corner to see Mikkel Michelsen coming around him, but Michelsen looks untidy there, cuts to the inside, stops the run of Kolodinskis, then he goes out wider, and I don't really know why, because if he could have just turned the bike a bit harder, pretty sure he would have stayed in front of Kolodinskis, but then he goes around the inside after Raza, and Rasmus Jensen there looking across. I tell you what, he's got so much speed in that bike, and it's going forward on the slick as well.
Working a treat. What a moment for him and their team, particularly as you think that Andzejs Lebedevs had got off the bike and turns 4 in the initial staging. Looks really good there, you know. Don't know too much about him. Rides for Daugavpils, of course, in Latvia. But Andzejs Lebedevs delighted with the performance of his teammate. Denmark not going their way. They would have wanted more from that. They've had 2 5-point hauls, a 4 and a 2. It really isn't that impressive. It's sort of just below par, I would suggest, for them.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Germany obviously are the surprise package of the night so far. Sweden going along nicely. 2 maximum scores in their last 2 heats.
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't seen many maximum scores. We've only seen 3 all night long so far. 1 from Great Britain and 2 for Sweden. You did mention Sweden earlier on. They might be quite useful. I wasn't so sure, but
keep an eye on them.
Does look like it could well play a major part in the outcome of this Speedway of Nations final. Track cut playing its part. We've got a good evening. We haven't had any rain this today. We've had plenty of rain during the week, mind, but not today. Great Speedway here. We're coming towards the last third of the night. We've got 23 races. The top scorers after heat 21 will go straight to the grand final. The second and third place teams will battle it out in heat 22, where the winner will then join the top team in the final. Right, let's get some more reaction. Abby's down there with the team manager of Australia, Mark Lemon.
Mark's super competitive final, as we expected. Australia haven't dropped a point yet. That's got to put a little bit of a smile on your face.
I wish that was the case, but we've dropped a few points.
No, dropped a few points, but haven't got a 0th place, what I meant. Haven't got a 4th place.
Well, yeah, that's good. Obviously, it is about sort of trying to avoid that last place in a pairs competition. But, yeah, we're chipping away. The boys are finding their feet. Obviously, been a challenging week for the club and the track. So, probably the surface is not normal, you know, the amount of rain that we've had. So, I think everyone's probably, all the riders are probably, just like I said, trying to get the setup, just trying to get it dialed in and, you know, and get some fresh air out in front.
It's been a massive week for you and a big decision just before the meeting started, just to get the replacement from Brady Kurtz over Max Fricke. Can you tell us why that was?
Yeah, I don't think it was a big decision or a shock decision. I don't think so. Like, when we had 3 guys coming in top form, and obviously after Wednesday's night's performance, we had a plan and a strategy to see who could be the top 2 going into tonight. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, Max just probably didn't have the edge on Wednesday. So yeah, no more to it than that. Other than I just felt that the 2 informed riders were Brady and Jack.
And we know Brady Kurtz, obviously the Bellevue captain, goes so strong around here. He's been in the thick of the action. Andzejs Lebedevs closed the door on him really hard, and then in this last heat, really fighting, making sure that he's getting those 3rd places, which is so important in team riding.
Yeah, and obviously the boys have got to work really well together too, which is, you know, fundamental in this competition. So, you know, like, we've got a trump card in Max if we necessarily need to call on him, because he goes pretty good around here too. So, but right now the guys are doing a good job. So there's just a little bit to go, but you know, there's a process we've just got to follow, and you know, hopefully it'll be good enough.
Mark, thank you for talking to us, especially when it's tense times. Can see it in your facial expression.
You're right. So it is. World Championship.
The reigning champions, Australia. Going along okay. And, Brady Kurtz doing a good job for Australia here tonight. But they've got a strong 3-rider lineup. If one of them slips, then Max Fricke, I'm sure, will be ready to come back in. So let's have a look back and reflect on what we've seen so far.
In blue, Dan Bewley. Representing
so there we go.
In white, Dominik Kubera.
Just a brief look back on what we've seen so far tonight.
What a lineup.
Germany leading the way.
Could be crucial with the outcome of the meeting. You're going to find out very shortly who's going to win.
Germany leading the way with 4 races on 20 points. Sweden there in 2nd place on 17. Just to show you what Bartosz Zmarzlik was getting up to here after that exclusion.
Not so fair. Yeah, he's clearly showing the movement on the outside of Mikkel Huckenbeck.
The referee makes a decision.
The referee's never going to change that decision.
First one, touch, and 2nd. And this is
you can speak to the ref.
But mate, this is not...
We'll put you on the ref now after this race, okay? You can speak to the ref, put him onto the ref. So you're...
Well, it was awfully close. I did wonder whether Huckenbeck had touched the tapes. It's difficult to see from the angle we have.
The referee makes the decision.
Clearly, Bartosz Zmarzlik very disappointed with the outcome there. These things happen. Of course, that was the rerun when Kubera hits the front. And we see it actually happening in real time. Extraordinarily difficult to see whether Huckenbeck does touch them, but clearly the Polish team, and then Bartosz Zmarzlik in particular, are convinced that Kai Huckenbeck did touch the tapes, but it's history now. But the referee will very rarely change his mind. So disappointment for Poland, and as I said at the time, Speedway of Nations and the Polish senior team just don't quite seem to click, and it's once again it's happened here tonight. Heat number 13, we've got Poland up against the host Great Britain. What a clash it is. Poland languishing down with 12 points from 3 outings in 6th place. Great Britain in 5th with 15. Massive race for both countries.
Certainly is, yeah, and Team GB are coming up against a wounded Poland here. You can see the frustration from Zmarzlik wanting to talk to the referee about that previous race. So
he'll feel aggrieved. He'll feel that justice was not served there,
and he will be determined in this one.
He's made a stern stuff, Bartosz Zmarzlik. They want to bounce back here. So we've got Robert Lambert on the inside in the red helmet colour. Dominik Kubera comes out of gate number 2 in white. Gate 3 in blue is Dan Bewley, and off the outside is the frustrated, angry Bartosz Zmarzlik. What's he going to get up to this time? Heat number 13. Massive, massive race for both countries. You've got to believe it. If you're going to try and win this meeting, both of these countries, they've got any chance at all. 7 points is an absolute must. Brilliant return to form for Great Britain last time with a maximum score. Dan Bewley stunning in the first corner. Robert Lambert riding out of his skin tonight. He has been in sensational form. Kubera did all he could. Just the sole representative last time. This time, it's got the world champion for company. Big race this, Chris. It's
a massive race, yeah. Team GB in particular, if they can take maximum points, 22 points they will move on to. They'll go to the top of the table.
What a race we've got here. Heat 13, we're into the first corner. Robert Lambert once again out in front. Oh, it's tight for Zmarzlik. He can't make an impact coming out of the first corner. Lambert going great guns out in front. Kubera coming up the inside. Bewley's there in third place. What an opening lap once again. Bewley's got very wide. It's going to be very dangerous there. Oh, he just recovers.
It's really difficult to know where to ride. The track has just had a massive track grade. And we can see all 4 riders really struggling to work out where the quickest spot on the track is. Bewley's winding it up now, but Kubera keeps looking up the inside of Lambert. Lambert may have to go to the inside. He does so. Bewley around the outside. Can he find that extra momentum?
1 lap to go. Robert Lambert once again riding fabulously well out in front. Kubera plugging away around the inside. He's coming hard at Lambert. Zmarzlik hasn't made any impact at all here. Oh, coming out of the last corner. It's advantage the host, Great Britain. Big result. Big result for Team GB.
That was their heat advantage.
6 big points. Poland, not their night. Just not working out.
Robert Lambert's second in
the result. 6 points for Robert Lambert and Dan Bewley. 3 points for Poland with Dominik Kubera in second place. Zmarzlik just not quite being able to get into the thick of it there. Big moment for Great Britain. Moving on to 21 points. Handy result for them.
Yeah, great result for Team Great Britain, and Poland struggle on, but it's really tight off the start there between Lambert and Kubera. Lambert hits the front, Zmarzlik's at the back, and he has a little look up the inside here as they come off the corner on Dan Bewley. But I've got to say, for the first 2 laps, none of the riders really knew where the quickest place was. Lambert kept insisting on riding around the outside. Of course, it has been the quickest spot on the track, but after that track grade, Kubera was making the inside work really, really well. In the end, Lambert had to get a bit more defensive, and unfortunately for Dan Bewley, just wasn't able to get past Kubera.
Still a good result for Team Great Britain. They've got 13 points from their last 2 outings. Much better from them. 21 points from their 4 races so far. There's the standings for you. Great Britain on 21, Germany on 20, Sweden, who are out now against Australia, they got 17, and Australia are on 16. What a race this is again. Fantastic lineup. Wow. Here we go. Fredrik Lindgren and Jakob Thorssell for Sweden, Jack Holder and Brady Kurtz for Australia. It'll be Thorssell off the inside in blue. Gate number 2 in yellow is Brady Kurtz. Fredrik Lindgren will come out of gate number 3 in red, and Jack Holder goes from the outside in white. What a lineup this is again. Fantastic speedway, top quality. Arguably the strongest lineup we'll see in World Speedway in 2024. And it's here in the National Speedway Stadium in Manchester. What a night. Who's going to come out on top? Will it be Sweden? Sweden really going great guns in the last 2 outings, Chris.
Yeah, they are, and I've got to say Brady Kurtz has been fairly solid. But Lindgren, he's got so much speed. I mean, he didn't necessarily show it in his first race tonight, but the semi-final and his last 2 races have been superb.
Well, here we go. Heat number 14. What a lineup for you. Sweden, Australia, 3rd and 4th right now. Rakes are up. They get away. Thorssell once again very good out of the start. Kurtz trying to chop back to the inside, but the door is firmly shut there by Thorssell. I'll tell you what, Kurtz is pushing hard there. Oh, Freddie Lindgren's gone down. I don't quite know what happened there. Red lights must come on, surely. Red lights are on. Freddie's up, Mike.
Yeah, he's tried to get the bike off. I wonder if it was a bike failure.
It looks like something broke on the bike.
Yeah, I think the front forks have collapsed. That's a disaster for Sweden. That's what cost you titles. That looks like a mechanical failure on the forks. I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like the shock was broken there.
See it once again. Thorssell initially away, very sharpish here. Brady Kurtz putting him under immense pressure.
Let's have a look at the back rider in red there, just coming in the corner.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Tries to avoid Jack Holder.
I think he does. I think he just has to straighten the bike up because
he does.
Jack Holder's probably turned a little harder because he's cutting back than Freddie thought he would. And he's unfortunate, really unfortunate for
Freddie Lindgren
Sweden.
Thrown out of the race, yeah. Really unfortunate for Team Sweden. Lindgren, who's been in sparkling form this week. That's a disappointment for them. All the pressure now going on to Jakob Thorssell, who was well away. He made a lovely start on the inside. But Australia, I've said it once before tonight, with Denmark, Australia, with only 1 representative from Sweden, they want to win tonight and retain their title. Maximum score now of 7 points.
40 seconds.
Would really give them a terrific opportunity.
Yeah, we know how quick Jack Holder is, and of course Brady Kurtz has all the experience of a couple of seasons with the Aces, so you've got to say with a 3-man race they've got the advantage here for sure.
I gave you 2 minutes then, wasn't it? Can I go that way? Yeah, do what you want, mate.
7 points would be very handy indeed. Riders just gently making their way round. Got a feel there for Freddie Lindgren, just caught out there going into turn 3. Jakob Thorssell, the only representative for Sweden. Jack Holder and Brady Kurtz for Australia. So Thorssell will go from the inside in blue. Looks like Brady Kurtz. It is Brady Kurtz. He's coming into gate number 2 in yellow. There'll be no rider in gate 3 because Freddie Lindgren is out. And it'll be Jack Holder that will go from the outside in the white helmet colour. The world champions, the Speedway of Nations world champions in 2022 in Boyens. Can they now really push on? Got a feel for Freddie there. High-speed crash.
Yeah, it's the second time in a 3-man race that we've seen the solo rider choosing to go off the inside gate, which I don't know if that, I think that surprises me a little with the way the track conditions are.
He made a great start initially though, from there, and we saw Kubera make it, didn't we, as well? So clearly, I think the start is really good. And he's just got to trust he's got enough speed to get out of the first corner and hang on down the back straight on the opening lap.
He can make the bike work on the slick stuff off the exit of the corner.
Heat number 14, second time of asking. Takes her up, Thorssell's made a lovely start. He fires himself to the front, holds it round the inside, smashing stuff from him. Here comes Kurtz again, trying to get up the inside. He's got very, very tight. This time, Kurtz finds his way through. Good move from Kurtz. Here comes Holder as well. Holder coming into the thick of the action. And Australia on the march here. They throw themselves to first and second. Exactly what they need.
Yeah, Jakob Thorssell getting himself beaten up. He needed to close the door, coming down the back straight into turn 3 on the opening lap. He failed to do so, allowing both the Australian riders up the inside of him. And you've got to say, this is 7 big points for Australia, puts them right back in the picture.
Indeed it does. Brady Kurtz, riding fantastic there. Forceful move to get up the inside of Thorssell. Holder saw the opportunity, followed him through. Thorssell now tailed off in 3rd place. But Team Australia, whoa, what a result for them. The opportunity was presented to them with just 1 representative from Sweden, and the world champions come up with their first maximum score in the evening, and Australia now move on to 23. They lead the final here in Manchester. Kurtz and Holder, 7 points for Australia. Jakob Thorssell Back in third place, 2 points for him with Fredrik Lindgren being excluded. Big moment for Australia.
Massive moment for Australia. Didn't have it all their way on the opening lap with Jakob Thorssell making a superb start. He's clear when he gets to the first turn. Realises he's just got to cover the inside, but he just leaves. You don't think you've left a hole there. He's riding almost mid-track down the straight, which is unusual. It's quite a narrow line, but Brady Kurtz knows all the tricks around the National Speedway Stadium, forces his way up the inside, and he is followed very shortly by Jack Holder on the very next turn, and yeah, 7 massive points for Australia.
Very useful indeed, and they will be delighted with that. They haven't had a last place. That interview with Abby and Mark Lemon, she pointed it out, and that keeps you right in it. A couple of second and thirds, that maximum score there. No last places. They're leading the way on 23 points. Great Britain on 21, Germany on 20, Sweden on 19, Denmark 16, Poland 15, and Latvia are on 12. And, good work by Australia right now. So heat number 15, we've got Germany up against Latvia. Kai Huckenbeck and Norick Blödorn for Germany, Andzejs Lebedevs and Daniils Kolodinskis. What a ride by him last time for Latvia. So on the inside, in the blue helmet colour, we've got Norick Blödorn. Alongside him is Daniils Kolodinskis in the yellow helmet colour. Gate number 3 in red is Kai Huckenbeck. And on the outside in white is Andzejs Lebedevs. Now, Germany.
Massive race for Germany.
What an opportunity this is. They're on 20. They have an opportunity really to cement a place, at least get a medal. It could be any colour. Could be any colour. Big moment. You're dead right, Chris. Heat number 15. Germany up against Latvia. Can Germany do the business once again? Saves her up. Blödorn's made a lovely start on the inside. Huckenbeck is there as well. Kolodinskis is in the thick of the action. Here comes Lebedevs as well. Kolodinskis, look at that! Oh, Latvia have got either side of Blödorn, and they find themselves to the front. What a turnaround that is! Can Germany respond? They're going to need to. Huckenbeck's gone wide, but Latvia are out in front.
I love Latvia. The way they battle through the semi-final, the way they're battling tonight is absolutely superb. And Germany, they had such an opportunity to go back to the top of the pile. They're not going to do it, but here comes Huckenbeck.
Huckenbeck working hard around the outside, but right now Lebedevs and Kolodinskis holding firm. Huckenbeck trying awfully hard, winding it up. Can he get there? Not quite yet. He's going an awfully long way. Finally down the back straight. Huckenbeck fires himself around the outside. The run to the line. Not quite. Not quite. Still a massive result for Latvia. It's a blow for Germany. As I say, in world finals, when the opportunities present themselves, you've got to try and do it. But Latvia, what a night they are producing. Surprise qualifiers, but they come up with 6 massive points there over Germany, who pick up 3 points. And Latvia, what a night they are having. Fantastic stuff from them 2 boys there. Really impressive.
Yeah, cracking ride from Latvia. It was all action here as the Germans hit the front. Norick Blödorn on the inside. Kai Huckenbeck around the outside there. He just leaves a big hole. Track not quite working, particularly on the first turn when you haven't got the momentum going into the dirt. It's a long way round, and until you've built up the speed, it's not quite working. But there, coming in turn 3, Lebedevs charges up the inside to join Kolodinskis, who has a look over his shoulder. I don't think he can believe that his teammate's there. It's a white helmet colour that he's seeing. An absolutely superb ride from Latvia.
Yeah, it was really exciting stuff. No doubts about that. And fully deserved as well. They have been riding well. Kai Huckenbeck, well,
I thought he was going to win it.
Yeah, you were shouting that. But he didn't, unfortunately. I thought you might be able to put it off.
I was willing him.
He let you down there, didn't he, on the run to the line. But Andzejs Lebedevs just had enough in the tank to hold on for a terrific win for Latvia. Now, heat number 16 is for us next. To just have a quick look at the standings. Australia and Germany on 23, but Germany have had 5 races. Great Britain on 21 from 4, Sweden on 4. That all settled down. It's a bit awkward when some teams have had more races than others. Heat number 16, Poland up against Denmark. Dominik Kubera and Bartosz Zmarzlik for Poland. Mikkel Michelsen and Anders Thomsen. No change for Poland. Patryk Dudek is their number 3 rider. Rafal Dobrucki has resisted the temptation to change. Bartosz Zmarzlik not having a great night. Must have been a temptation to use Dudek.
It's hard to drop a guy like that, isn't it?
Clearly. Because he hasn't been. Off the inside is Kubera in red. Gate number 2 in white is Mikkel Michelsen. Gate number 3 in blue is Bartosz Zmarzlik. And Anders Thomsen back in here. He goes off the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Rasmus Jensen pulled out for this one. Here we go. Heat number 16. Poland up against Denmark. We're underway. Poland have got away this time. Hit the first turn with Kubera. Michelsen's gone very wide. Thomsen coming here. Zmarzlik, well, he's having to really wide hard there. He's coming through. Oh, Michelsen's in trouble. Yeah. Real big trouble. He straightens up. Kubera looking over his shoulder. With Anders Thomsen there in second place. Round the outside. Zmarzlik working so hard, but it's just not working well for him.
We hear so often that this is a track very difficult to set the bike up for. He's coming back round the outside now. What a ride from Zmarzlik. Shuts the door, slams the door shut coming into turn 1 on the 3rd lap ahead of Thomsen. This looks like maximum points for Poland.
And do they need it? It's been a tough night for Poland so far. It's going to be the first time they get themselves to the front as a pair. They really have had a topsy-turvy night. Anders Thomsen is now tailed off in 3rd place with Michelsen, who was in trouble early doors in the race. Big moment for Poland. Big, big moment. 7 points. Can they do it? Can they do it? Moving to 3rd place on 22.
In yellow in 3rd place, Anders Thomsen.
7 points for Poland. Very important race for them. Denmark slipping up there. Disappointment for them, just 2 points. Denmark now back in 6th place, just on 18. But Poland move on to 22. Oh, this is so tight.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Australia still have the race in hand on the guys around them, so they're in a really strong position. But, yeah, Poland was a topsy-turvy race. Michelsen, he's been in all sorts of problems. He hasn't looked comfortable on the bike, on the track. Here he runs in on the dirt, almost runs into the back of Zmarzlik. We saw it with Fredrik Lindgren. And he doesn't go down, but he pretty much grinds to a halt. And then Zmarzlik battles there with Anders Thomsen. Thomsen looking over the outside. I think he thinks it's Michelsen at that point, to be honest. But he stays down low, and Zmarzlik able to get past Anders Thomsen and join Kubera up front for 7 big points for Poland.
Huge points for Poland. They had to work hard there. Kubera looking the wrong way there, but Zmarzlik made it work. And for the first time tonight, Poland got their noses in front. They pick up a maximum score. Right, moving on. Australia lead the way on 23 from 4 rides. You're dead right about Australia. They're looking good there, aren't they?
Strong
with a race in hand. Massive race here again. Sweden up against Great Britain. Robert Lambert and Dan Bewley for Great Britain. Fredrik Lindgren back out. Good to see him. Nasty crash he had last time. Thorssell out as well. Robert Lambert will be off the inside with the red helmet colour. Gate number 2 in yellow is Thorssell. Gate 3 in blue is Dan Bewley, and off the outside is Fredrik Lindgren. Great Britain on 21 points. And that's a good position to be in. Effectively, they are 2 points behind Australia, because both those teams have only had 4 races. Sweden are on 19, excuse me. They're on 19 from 4 outings. So, big opportunity for both of these teams here. Sweden just slipped up last time.
Yeah, Bewley needs to win the race to the dirt line ahead of Fredrik Lindgren off gate 4 here. So, interesting looking race, because Thorssell has been a rocket off the start tonight.
Yes, he had. He got beaten up last time by Poland. He got the better of him. Oh, sorry, excuse me, it was Australia. Australia got the better of him. Heat number 17. Robert Lambert, I mean, he is just having a fantastic night. Another brilliant start from him. Thorssell's round the outside, inside. Here comes Dan Bewley. Bewley found some grit there from somewhere. Super stuff from him. Found the speed, found the drive. And Great Britain around in front here. Robert Lambert, who really is having a special night of Speedway for his country. Bewley back on form now.
Yeah, Dan Bewley, I thought he'd made a mistake in the first turn, but he knows his way around this track. He knows exactly where to ride. Broad in between Thorssell and Lindgren to join Robert Lambert up front. This is a massive result for Team Great Britain.
Indeed it is. Sweden, who had those 2 maximum scores earlier on, looking like they're going to drop big points here once again against the hosts. Lambert out in front, lap to go here. Looking really good in heat number 17. Bewley joining him now. Bewley, who started slowly this evening, has really turned on the style in the last couple of races. Team Great Britain looking good there in heat number 17. Can they do it again tonight? They won here in 2021, giving themselves a very good chance now. You want to go straight through to the final if you can. You don't want to be in that race-off. That's real drama. 7 points for Robert Lambert and Dan Bewley. Brilliant speedway from both of them. Sweden just running out of steam in the last couple of races. Fredrik Lindgren and Thorssell picking up 2. Crowd loving it. Robert Lambert and Dan Bewley doing the business. Now you see it. 28 points for Team Great Britain. They've raced 5 times. Australia on 23. They're looking good, Australia. Right, Chris. 4 outings for them. 5 races and 23 points for Germany. What a turn-up that is. Poland there lurking on 22.
Yeah, Poland's still dangerous, but yeah, Australia, strong position, 5 points behind Team Great Britain. And of course, just a reminder, Great Britain did top the table in Voyens to go straight to the final, and then of course got beat up by Australia. But Robert Lambert, as you said in the race, sparkling form once again. Dan Bewley makes all the right decisions, hits the fence coming into the corner, something he does pretty much on purpose to shoot him into the corner, give him a little bit of extra speed. And once they hit the front, pretty much had it all the own way. I expect Fredrik Lindgren, expected to see him sort of making a charge, but he just didn't make any ground up.
No, just maybe feeling the effects of that crash he had in heat in the previous race. It was heat number 14 where he just took a heavy fall going into turn 3. But Dan Bewley will be really pleased. He didn't panic, did he? They said that with that interview with Tom Brennan, he didn't panic. No temptation from Ollie Allen and Simon Stead to put Tom Brennan in, and all of a sudden, the classy performance. Last 3 races from Team Great Britain have been really strong indeed.
Great, so man, I'm stoked to be here.
Yeah, Australia, they come out in the next race against Germany. They have to take full advantage of that because they face Poland in their last one.
Does this bring back any fond memories for yourself? Did you ever get involved?
That just brings you up to date with Australia.
I've also been racing in that, but I think the whole
big night. We've got 4 more races now before the complete qualifying races. Right, let's get some reaction now. Latvia have really made their presence felt, and Andzejs Lebedevs is with Abby Stevens.
Andre, we know how physically strong you are. You took a big crash and then you came out in the next heat against Germany and got the win.
Yes, lucky this crash. Not maybe it was looks hard, but yeah, I crashed safety and can say soft. And after this crash, don't feel some pain or something after my injury, and yeah, feel strong, like you say.
Because that was it. We were all looking at the replay, knowing that you'd had some broken ribs the day after we were in Melilla. So to see you down, it's great that you're not badly injured. Latvia are putting in such a strong performance. You must be so proud of the team.
Yeah, I'm so proud. Like you say, I'm proud. We joined this final. We are top 7 in the world. We have just 2 tracks in our country. Can say one club, and that is amazing job from us, from our team. I'm really proud about my teammates, about me also, and yeah, we're pushing hard and we enjoyed it this evening 100%. And yeah, I can just say thank you around all our team our federation would prepare us for these meetings, and yeah, we just enjoy, and like we see points, we still on the game, and we still can be more high than place 7, and we pushing hard from our side in our last heat, and yeah, hopefully we make it some extra job.
Andrzej, thank you. We're seeing your passion and the team's passion out there. Back to you guys.
You don't see that very often.
Yeah, they really have done themselves proud. They are in 7th place, but considering the competition, and like he was explaining there's only a couple of tracks in Latvia, and you know, they are, in speedway terms, they're a smaller, they're a minor nation, and but they are battling really hard.
To race at Cardiff has always been one of my favorite arenas.
Great effort from them so far. Great Britain leading the way on 28 points. Of course, they won here in 2021. Australia in 2nd place right now. Of course, they are the reigning champions. Let's take a look at the individual performances. Robert Lambert has been outstanding. No surprise to see him on 19. Dominik Kubera for Poland on 13. Lindgren the same. Same for Huckenbeck. Jack Holder solid on 12. Kurtz on 11. Blödorn's done well tonight. You see Andzejs Lebedevs on 10. That's a decent return. Bewley starting slowly, moving on to 9. Bartosz Zmarzlik also only on 9. Now, Denmark haven't got going this evening. They were so good in the semi-final. They got 40 points. They won easily, but tonight is a different matter. Michelsen on 8, Thomsen on 5, and Rasmus Jensen also on 5. They just haven't clicked tonight. So there's the individual scores at this stage.
Really good. So,
we've got 4 more races to go, and then we'll know who's going to go straight through to the final, and then we'll know also the 2nd and 3rd place teams who will battle it out in the race-off to join the top team for gold and silver. So it's all coming to a head now. It's been a fantastic night of Speedway. I hope you're enjoying it. All the news and live results and latest bits and pieces there with the FIM Speedway app. We've got all sorts of stuff being uploaded all the time. Healthy crowd in. Tony Ricardson there just out on the centre green being interviewed. What a legend he is. Although he didn't invite me out to dinner last night. That was disappointing.
That's disappointing, that was.
It was indeed, but I did make him aware of that. But he didn't seem to be too fussed. Right, next is heat number 18. Been good, isn't it? It's getting very exciting now, Chris. Australia, you would suggest, I know they've got a race to do, but they may well be just in prime position here to go straight through to the final.
Yeah, they can finish on 37, GB can finish on 35, so it's going to be awfully tight at the end.
Australia are up next. That will complete their qualifying heats. They're up against Germany. Germany are there. They're right in it. Just slipped up a couple of times, but they've also been pretty solid at others. And everybody's been slipping up tonight. It's been one of those topsy-turvy nights. Really difficult to be consistent throughout. That's indicative of how tough and competitive it is. So Germany, the surprise package, they really are. Can they keep it going? Young Blödorn and Kai Huckenbeck riding superbly well. They're up against the world champions in the very next race. Heat number 18. Can they do something about it? Can they get to the very latter stages and pick up a medal tonight? That would be a fantastic, fantastic result for Germany, who found it extraordinarily difficult to just make a final, let alone get a medal.
Yeah, the fight for the top spot and getting straight into the final, definitely between Great Britain and Australia, looking at the numbers. But, Australia slightly have the upper hand maybe, but they've got to max out.
There will be a firework display, so do stay behind.
So, like we do for track grading just coming to a conclusion now. Riders are prepared, ready and waiting, primed for heat number 18.
Okay guys, let's go!
Here they come. So big moments, big moments in these Southern Deaf World Championships, World Finals effectively.
Right then, this
and riders making their way round. Doesn't that track look good?
on the board.
Wish I was 20 years younger. I'd love to have a go around there.
Great, wouldn't it?
It wouldn't it? Heat 18. Jack Holder and Brady Kurtz for Australia. Looking good, Australia. Kai Huckenbeck and Norick Blödorn for Germany, who have been fantastic this evening. What a moment for them here now. So the lineup for you across the tapes. Jack Holder will go from the inside in the red helmet colour. Alongside him is Norick Blödorn in the yellow helmet colour in gate number 2. Gate number 3 in blue is Brady Kurtz. And off the outside is Kai Huckenbeck in the white helmet colour. Just fancy Australia here. I know that Germany have been really good, but Australia just seem to be getting a bit between the teeth. Maximum score last time against Sweden. That was quite a defining moment for them. Can they kick on now?
Tell you what, if Germany can get any sort of heat advantage here, even if it's 5 points, they would have a decent chance of getting a medal here.
There you go. That's how good a night they've been having. They got off to a flying start up against Denmark in heat number 1 with a maximum score. Kept it going in heat 4 with a 6-point return. Slipped up in heat number 8. Back to solid performance in heat 11. Just running out of steam a little bit in the last 3 races, but that strong start has given them a great platform to build on. But now they have got to produce, as you say, Chris. If they can get a 5 or 6-point haul here, then who knows? The medal is on the cards. But Australia, well, you just say, since they got their tails up. Strong performance last time. Heat number 18. Australia up against Germany. Settling down. There's the green light. Tapes are up. We're underway. Holder's made a lovely start. Kurtz chopping straight back to the inside. Blödorn's gone too wide there. Huckenbeck now coming round the outside of Kurtz. Charging in the turns 3 and 4. Kurtz pushing Huckenbeck very, very wide indeed. Huckenbeck holding strong. Blödorn trying to get up the inside. But Holder's away. Look at Kurtz. He's throwing the bike at Huckenbeck. Huckenbeck read that beautifully and back into second place.
Yeah, Kurtz loves to take that shortcut up the inside, right across the opposition. Stop them around the corner, but Kai Huckenbeck, wise to that, hung on very bravely. He's moved in a little bit. Kurtz now chasing him, trying to make slightly longer straights. Kurtz knows his way around here.
Kurtz working hard back in 3rd place, but Thorns out the back. This looks like a 6-point return for Australia. That'll do. It's doing it okay. Kurtz once again working very hard. He's worked very hard in every race. Huckenbeck all of a sudden finding some speed here, charging towards the line. Holder should just about hang on. Huckenbeck found a lot of speed at the end of that race. Blödorn missing out, but a very good result for Australia nonetheless.
Number 18 was a winning red for Jack.
6 points for Australia. They move on to 29 now. They lead the way over Great Britain, who are on 28. Nothing to really choose between those two. But Australia looking set for the final with 29 points. 6 points for Australia. Jack Holder and Brady Kurtz. Kai Huckenbeck, very quick there. Nearly got to the front. He picked up 3 points in second place. Blödorn just missed out. Germany running out of puff there a little bit.
Yeah, Australia will need 6 points in their final race to top the table and go straight through to the final. They did get an advantage in their opening heat against Team GB, so we'll see how that one plays out. But here it looks like they could be heading for 7 points. Thought Norick Blödorn actually was going to get up the inside there. Brady Kurtz rides up the inside, tries to get across the front of Kai Huckenbeck, who bravely hangs on out in the dirt. Later on, found a little bit more speed out there as the track develops after the track grade. They put a good challenge on Jack Holder. But Kai Huckenbeck really is fast. When he's out there racing, enjoying himself in some wide open spaces like this, he can go very, very quickly.
Quality rider, Huckenbeck. Really has come on, made a big effort in the winter. He's a lean, mean fighting machine, I tell you. He looks in great shape, and he's found some form once again. His form dipped for a month, maybe 6 weeks. Took a little bit of time out, took a week off. All of a sudden, he's bounced back. Australia leading the way there. 5 outings, 29 points, 28 to Great Britain. 26 to Germany, but they've completed their qualifying heats. They're vulnerable. They are vulnerable to Poland. No doubt about that. They've got a race in hand. They're on 22. Right, Denmark with Mikkel Michelsen and Rasmus Jensen up against Sweden, Fredrik Lindgren and Jakob Thorssell. The Scandinavians have sort of run out of steam a bit. Never been a great night for Denmark. They haven't really got going. Sweden had a purple patch in their second and third rides, but the last couple of outings have only picked up 4 points. 21, maximum score here for Sweden, who knows? But it's been a tough night for both countries.
Yeah, neither certainly Denmark, they came into this meeting as one of the favourites for sure, particularly after their semi-final performance, so it's been a disappointing night for them.
It has been, but the lineup and the names on the start line are still very impressive indeed. So Michelsen, Lindgren, Jensen and Thorssell. This is a tasty looking race. Heat number 19. Here we go. Denmark and Sweden. Rates are up. Rasmus Jensen's made a lovely start on the inside. Thorssell following him through. Ooh, nearly ran in the inside of him there. Here we go with Fredrik Lindgren around the outside. Lindgren coming on strong. He loves it out there. Really does. Sticks it in the dirt. Jensen now roaring away in second place, with Lindgren now firing himself to the front. Mikkel Michelsen just not quite at the races here tonight, but down the back straight, Lindgren looking good.
Yeah, Lindgren, he looks so quick when he rides out in the dirt. When he gets a free bit of fresh air in front of him, he's really good. Jakob Thorssell now making Rasmus Jensen ride very defensive. He's definitely going quicker than Rasmus Jensen. Can he join Fredrik Lindgren and get 7 big points for Sweden?
Very useful. Rasmus Jensen turning the bike inside out there. So he's comfortable in front. He's enjoying himself round the outside. Ooh, Mikkel Michelsen coming on strong there. Nearly runs in the side of Thorssell. Jensen's got a bit of breathing space now with one last blast through turns 3 and 4. Looking like a 6-point return for Sweden. It is. Denmark just not clicking tonight. They'll be having to lick their wounds. They came in here with lots of confidence, really upbeat, in truth. It hasn't panned out that way. Result for you in heat number 19. 6 points for Lindgren and Thorssell. Solid. Good work from them. Rasmus Jensen working overtime, riding inside, outside, all over the place. And hangs on to second place. With Mikkel Michelsen just not quite at the races this time.
This race all about Fredrik Lindgren off the outside gates. Rasmus Jensen that makes a clear start off the inside, pins down Jakob Thorssell, but look at the speed that Fredrik Lindgren has generated out in the dirt. He rides straight into the dirt going into the corner. He does it with beautiful control. Really is riding well at the moment, full of confidence, bike's working well. There, look how wide he is. Got the back wheel straight in the dirt. We've seen a few riders doing that tonight that then get halfway around the corner, can't hang on. They either have to stop the bike up by the fence or they've indeed fallen off the bike. But Fredrik Lindgren, no, he looks really good out there.
She does. Just having a bit of a debrief with John O'Burks there, his English mechanic. David Haynes in there as well. Tight group that. Sweden have battled back there. That's handy there. They move on to 27. They're in third place right now. Latvia up against Team Great Britain. And Great Britain have been going along very nicely indeed recently. Andzejs Lebedevs and Daniils Kolodinskis for Latvia, and Robert Lambert and Dan Bewley for Team Great Britain. Looks like Lebedev's going to go from the inside in red. Robert Lambert, gate number 2 in white. Kolodinskis, gate number 3 in blue. And Dan Bewley will go from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. 7 points here for Team Great Britain will put Australia under pressure if they want to finish top, because they will need 6 points against Poland. So 35 points is the target for Great Britain. Can they do it? Latvia have made everybody work hard tonight. They're in 7th place. They've scored 18 points in total. But they got 6 points last time. It was a fantastic performance against Germany. It was terrific. I thought Huckenbeck, well, you certainly thought Huckenbeck was going to get to Lebedevs, but Lebedevs held on. And after that heavy fall, Lebedevs bounces back big time. Kolodinskis has been very impressive. I'll tell you what, there'll be 1 or 2 promoters looking at him thinking, well, that boy can ride. So heat number 20. Great Britain up against Latvia. We're away. Robert Lambert, I mean, he can't miss a start, or can he? Now he's hit the front again. Here comes Bewley around the outside. Sweet as you like. Look really smooth. Bewley's really got going now. This is good news for Great Britain. They're going to finish on 35 points, barring mechanical failure or something very unexpected. Dan Bewley and Robert Lambert really turning on the style now.
As it stands, they're putting Australia now under pressure to score 6 points against Poland. And you wouldn't put it past them, of course, but Robert Lambert riding so nicely tonight. Just gave a very last-minute look coming into turn 3. Allows Dan Bewley to hit the front, settle down out front. Both the Team GB boys looking quick.
Roaring away. Super stuff for Team Great Britain. Started with just Robert Lambert winning races and Dan Bewley pointless after 2 outings. But I tell you what, all of a sudden Dan Bewley has turned the style on and they are looking formidable right now. The champions from 2021 at this very track. All of a sudden, they've thrown the gauntlet down to Australia, the world champions. Will Australia be able to respond? Dan Bewley, Robert Lambert, maximum score, 7 points for them. Andzejs Lebedevs and Kolodinskis, they finished their night with a 2-point haul there, but LATVIA can go home with pride. They have really mixed it up. The Team Great Britain, they're in the hunt for gold medal right now.
Team GB have done all they can to put Australia under pressure in their final heat. And just have a look at this last-minute look there from Robert Lambert. Has a look just to be sure that it's Dan Bewley blasting around the outside as only Dan Bewley can. He hits the front, Robert Lambert follows him round. And you're absolutely right, Kelvin. Latvia, they will finish last, but I tell you what, they have competed well tonight.
Indeed they have. I'm going to say they finished 7th and on 20 points. Sounds a little better. Sounds a little better.
Sorry, I was too harsh on it.
But they've done themselves proud. But Great Britain there, finishing on 35 points from 6 races. This race coming up. Dan Bewley now. Doesn't look entirely happy, but he's riding superbly well now. Robert Lambert has been exemplary. I mean, he hasn't dropped a point to an opponent. He has been outstanding. He's been terrific. So here we go then, heat number 21, massive race for both countries. Dominik Kubera and Bartosz Zmarzlik battling back. Can they do it? They need a big score. Jack Holder and Brady Kurtz, they need a minimum 6 to go straight through to the final.
Both teams need 6 points here. Australia to go straight through to the final and Poland just to get in the race-off.
So there you have it. This is a tense moment. Certainly for that man, Rafal Dobrucki. Hasn't been Poland's night. They've had an exclusion. They had a whinge about it as well. The referee wasn't for turning, was he? No chance. But hey, they've had to forget that, and they've battled back. Fair play to them. But a maximum score last time out. Can they do it against the world champions, though? Speedway of Nations hasn't worked out. It's been awfully difficult, but Poland has still got a chance.
Now, Poland are absolutely desperate to win this one, and of course, if they do, Bartosz Zmarzlik will become the first rider to hold Speedway World Cup gold, SGP gold, and Speedway of Nations gold.
Yeah, that would be quite good, wouldn't it?
Fantastic.
Fair play. He is a fantastic Speedway rider. But he's had to work hard tonight, hasn't had it all his own way. Poland haven't. Right, heat 21. What a moment this is. Australia up against Poland. Green lights on, long pause. Got to say, Kubera's got to wait big time there, but Zmarzlik's out the back. Right now, neither of this is any good, really. Certainly not good enough for Poland. This will help Sweden right now. Australia coming on strong, coming out of turn number 4 to complete the lap. Zmarzlik now coming up the inside. Jack Holder slams the doors shut. Oh, Kurtz is swinging. What on earth is going on? Oh, my
look at the Australians.
Now Australia have hit the front. Here we go again. Jack, oh! How proud, how brave was Kurtz there. Zmarzlik couldn't believe that Kurtz came round the outside of him. And I tell you what, the world champions, Australia have hit the front. Zmarzlik coming back at him.
You've got to say, if Australia collects 7 points here, they will deserve their place in the final. What a ride from these two guys. Outstanding stuff. The Poles have absolutely no answer.
Here we go. Australia. They're in the final. What a moment for them. They came here to retain their championship. They slipped up a little bit in the semi-final and Jack Holder came off. Difficult night. Very difficult night. It was wet. But by golly, was that an effort from Australia? 7 huge points and Australia are in the grand final. They're in heat 23. Not Poland's night. That's their night over. And Speedway of Nations, a win for Poland. They're going to have to be patient. What a race it was. It was chaotic. It was chaos.
Yeah, we see that so often here, though, don't we? What a racetrack.
Australia are in the final on 36 points. Great Britain just picked to the post by Australia. They've got 35. They're going to go head-to-head with Sweden. That's how it pans out.
Boys and girls, what
Did I say I fancied Sweden? I did mention that earlier, didn't I?
I think I may have heard a rumour. You may have fancied them. Battled back Sweden. I thought their chances were over, you know, when they had just 4 points from 2 races. Yeah, incredible night.
I don't know where to start with this one. Kubera out front. OK, he's made the start. It's covered the inside. And we can see now a big run around the outside. Brady Kurtz is starting to wind up, knows this track so well. Small mistake from Kubera there, looks over his left shoulder. Can I get back to the inside? Here's Zmarzlik. See that left leg off the footrest out, just hanging out there. And Jack Holder now says, OK, Brady, you're out in the dirt. You've got to be making the speed. Zmarzlik tries to shut the door. Literally just enough room for the handlebars. And Jack Holder continuing to have a look. Once Brady gets there, they have it all their own way, really. The Polish lads had no answer to the speed of the Australians.
That was an extraordinary moment there for Brady Kurtz. That was commitment. That's what it means to ride for your country. Holder and Kurtz doing the business in heat 21. They've got one more race. Can they retain it? We saw Australia come through the race off in 2022 in Voyance and then took care of Great Britain, who'd gone straight to the final. Tense times. Australia just settling down now. They've got a little bit of a break while they wait for heat 22 to take place. See the individual scores. Robert Lambert, well, fantastic night for him. Jack Holder doing a superb job for Australia. Lindgren's had a good night. Huckenbeck for Germany. That's a good return. Brady Kurtz is riding out of his skin tonight. 16 for him. Kubera there. But what's of more interest to everybody in the stadium right now is all about the next 2 races. This is where all the medals are going to be handed out. Great Britain and Sweden in that race-off. I mean, that is really quite a tear-up. Sweden have been a bit up and down tonight, but there's no doubt that that will be a really big tear-up. Let's have a look back so far. So there we go. It's been a super night of Speedway. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. And we've got the medals to come. What way is it going to go? Australia are in that final. Great Britain and Sweden will race off in heat 22, the very next race.
A heat advantage is what you need in both heats.
So Abby's waiting for us down there, and she's going to take us through the draw for the race-off, heat number 22.
Gate selection for the grand final qualifier. Ollie Allen, please tell me your riders in which positions?
Robert Lambert in red, gate 1. Dan Bewley, blue, gate 3.
Robert Lambert in red, gate 1. Dan Bewley in blue, gate 3. And they've had 2 maximums in their last 2 heats. Morgan Andersson now for Sweden. Morgan, your 2 riders, who's going where?
Yeah, we go in with Fredrik Lindgren, white helmet color gate 4, and Jakob Thorssell, yellow helmet color gate 2.
Okay, Freddie going in white, you'll be going from gate 4. Jakob in yellow going gate 2. They're still getting confirmation. Jakob, if you can go on yellow. So there are your riders for the grand final qualifier.
Well, there you have it. Robert Lambert and Dan Bewley, no hesitation from Ollie Allen there. It's 1 and 3 for them, 2 and 4 for Sweden with Freddie Lindgren in gate 2 and Jakob Thorssell coming out of the gate number 4. Fancy Great Britain. Look at the score chart. Heat number 8, 7 points for Great Britain. 6 then in heat 13 and then 2 maximum scores in 17 and 20. They are the powerhouse right now. Australia have only dropped 1 point in the last 3. So those 2 teams, you would suggest, should be in the final, but Sweden could still get there, still have a chance, but I fancy Great Britain.
Yeah, Great Britain dropped just that 1 point in their last 4 heats.
Yeah.
So they've just got to work as a team here. You know, if Lindgren's out front, hard man to pass. He'll be out in the dirt, he'll be going quick. They will have to just look to beat up Thorssell. Thorssell's making great starts. He will want to hit the front. He will want to get himself out front, get Lindgren around the outside. This has got action written all over it.
I was a little bit confused there. I'm not sure if Freddie Lindgren will go from gate 2. I think
Lindgren's going from 4.
Yeah, he's going from 4, but they actually lined up on the presentation there the other way round. So you're right. I think Freddie's been going from the outside gate all night long.
Yeah, he
and
is.
Thorssell is going from gate number 2. He's been making good starts. He's going to have to get over. If it's Lambert on the inside, if they remain that way round, it's got to clamp him down, because Lambert has been really sharp off the tapes.
We've seen mistakes in these vital heats where teams have gone for a race win when they're in a winning position with a 2nd and 3rd, and that's all they've needed. So you know, Team GB have got to just ride with their heads, and if Lindgren's gone, I suggest they will let him go. But Thorssell's making good starts. This is going to be a really tight race.
Tense moments. Of course, the one that loses out will get a bronze medal. They've got a medal. Just depends on what colour they get. The team that comes out on top will then meet Australia for gold and silver. So we feel that it will be Jakob Thorssell off the gate number 2. And he has been very consistent off the start, but I must say that Robert Lambert has been better than that. He has been outstanding. He has been really, yeah, he's ridden superbly well, but his starting has just been superb. But they have given Bewley maybe potentially the harder starts throughout the night. They've remained that way round. Grand final qualifier. Medals on the line now. Robert Lambert and Dan Bewley in red and blue. Freddie Lindgren and Jakob Thorssell in white and yellow. Who's going to come out on top? Who's going to go through and meet Australia, the world champions, in heat 23?
I think that the tactic here for putting Bewley off possibly the not-so-good gates is the fact that he knows the track so well. He's got good track craft. I think Lambert, if they can just get him out front, they feel that Bewley can come from the back.
Yeah, I get that. Bewley is fast. So is Robert Lambert. Lambert's on the inside in red. Jakob Thorssell, gate number 2 in yellow. Dan Bewley out of gate number 3 in blue, and off the outside in white. It's fast Freddie Lindgren. Sweden had a couple of maximum scores in the middle part of the meeting. They slipped up a couple of times in heat 14 and 17, bounced back with a 6-point haul that got them to this stage in heat 19. How valuable was that against Denmark? Huge moment with the Scandinavian shootout there. Can they keep it going? But I just fancy Great Britain are on a roll now. They've looked mightily impressive in the last 4 races they've had. And they're at home. They're in front of a partisan crowd. Can they delight them? They did in 2021 when they got the better of Poland. But they've got to get the better of Sweden first.
Yeah, that won't be easy. Freddie Lindgren's been super quick throughout this week. His semi-final was superb. Thorssell making starts. We know he's maybe not 100% fit, but he certainly added to the scorecard tonight.
Indeed he has. Freddie Lindgren back on top form. Had a couple of Grand Prix there. He lost his way. Was really down in the dumps. Won the Swedish Championship. Won the last round of the World Championship. And he's been going great here in Britain all week long. Here we go. What a moment for both countries. Lambert's made a good start. Thorssell's right alongside him. Bewley chopping back to the inside. Britain hit the front, coming out of turn 2. Here comes Lindgren round the outside. Now he's going round the outside of Robert Lambert. Lambert having a look over his shoulder, tries to block him. Lindgren's got to the front, but second and third's enough. Second and third's enough. Can Thorssell do anything about Dan Bewley and Robert Lambert?
Thorssell's getting dropped. Lambert done just the right thing. He realised that if he tried to move over too far when Freddie Lindgren was coming through with the speed that he had, that could end in a crash, that could end in an exclusion. But I tell you what, he's got to be careful because Thorssell's not that far away.
Freddie Lindgren out in front, looking for his teammate, but he can't do much there. Lambert and Bewley locked together. 5 points will beat the win of Freddie Lindgren. And it's looking like Great Britain are going to go through to the grand final tonight. Freddie Lindgren, he wins the race. But Lambert and Bewley are going to join Australia in the grand final. A rerun of 2 years ago. Can they turn it around? Sweden, many congratulations to them. They pick up the bronze medal. They have fought immensely hard. Thorssell had a dreadful crash in the semi-final midweek. Freddie's been off the bike tonight. They've done their proud, done their country proud, and Sweden go home with the bronze here tonight in Manchester. Great Britain pick up the 5 points. That sees them through to the grand final. Sweden just 4 points there. Freddie riding nicely, but Thorssell not being able to get amongst the points. They pick up the bronze medal and finish third in the Speedway of Nations in 2024.
Yeah, I had said that if Freddie Lindgren hit the front, then Team GB really had to concentrate on just picking up the minor placings, beating Thorssell. And Freddie Lindgren once again super fast around the outside. You can see Lambert's had a look, realises I've got to maybe try and shut the door on Lindgren, and then quickly realises he's going to come past anyway. Doesn't want to make contact, doesn't want to knock him off, because of course if he does that, leaves Dan Bewley on his own, it's all over. So it was a wise move from Robert Lambert to allow Lindgren had a little bit of extra space and hit the front. Then they just had a job to do. Keep Thorssell at the back. Job done.
Job done indeed. What a shootout we have got now for the gold and silver. Australia will have the pick of gates. Fancy they'll go 1 and 3 with Jack Holder and Brady Kurtz. They haven't had to use Max Fricke tonight. Dan Bewley and Robert Lambert have come right through the card as well. Tom Brennan has been on the sidelines. We've got the gate choice for the grand final coming up very shortly.
I'm not sure it's a given that they'll take 1 and 3. I don't know, there's just something about gate 4 and the scope you get in the first turn.
Well, it's for Freddie Lindgren, but gate 2 didn't work for Thorssell. That's the conundrum you have as a team. You know, what way round will you go? Gate 1's worked well tonight, and then you saw with Bewley, he was able to chop back from gate 3, and they fired themselves to the front. I think they might. Well, Australia, they're going to have to do some head scratching now. Which way are they going to go? Big moments. Australia world champions got the better of Great Britain, who went through straight to the final 2 years ago in Boyens. Australia got through the race off and then turned it around with a 7-2 in the final. Can Great Britain replay the compliment here tonight?
Yeah, Great Britain, of course, have the home crowd behind them. They've got Dan Bewley that knows the track so well. But of course Australia have got Brady Kurtz in this one, also knows the track very well, riding for the Aces. Mark Lemon tactically knows everything about Bellevue as their team manager, so this is a real tough one.
Well, Brady Kurtz, you would suggest, has been in better form here than Dan Bewley. Although Bewley really has turned on the style, big style, in the last 4 heats for Great Britain after a slow start for him. For the final. Great Britain didn't race this week. They had a practice on Wednesday. Felt pretty satisfied with that. But it's not the same as racing. But after the first 2 outings, they've clicked together very nicely. and have performed beautifully as a pair. Australia have done remarkably well as well. You've got to say they haven't had a last place, Australia, and that has been vital for them. Heat 2 and Heat 9, they had a second and third both times. They've had a couple of maximum scores in Heat 14 and Heat 21, and that's what's seen them through to go straight to the final.
You have to wonder if the lack of race action for the seeded team Great Britain in their first 2 rides when they got beaten by both Denmark and Australia maybe played a small part.
Yeah, it took him a while just to click together. It certainly didn't slow down Robert Lambert. He won both of those races. Dan Bewley was the one that just found it difficult to get through to the points. So, short pause. Let's make our way down for the grand final draw with Abby Stevens.
Gate selection for the grand final. It is a repeat, Mark Lemon, of Voyens just 2 years ago. You do have first pick. It's going to be super interesting. Which gates are you going to take? Which riders in which ones?
Yeah, sure. Obviously, we've got Jack Holder. We're going to take gates 2 and 4, and so Jack will be off white and Brady Kurtz will be in yellow.
Okay, so Jack Holder in white off 2 and Brady Kurtz in 4 off yellow. Thank you, Mark. Good luck, Ollie. Hands over gates 1 and 3. Is that a surprise?
It's 50-50, I think. Yeah, but we're happy with that. But we were maybe prepared for the other 2. But yeah, we're okay.
Are you going to go with the same, Robert Lambert?
Yeah, it'll be Robert Lambert, red gate 1, and Dan Bewley, blue gate 3.
Okay, it worked for them in the grand final qualifier. Will it again? It is Robert Lambert in red, gate 1, and Dan Bewley, blue, in gate 3. Thank you, Ollie.
Thank you.
There you go then, the final lineup, the grand final lineup. Lambert on the inside, gate 1. Bewley, gate number 3 in blue. Jack Holder out of gate number 2. And Brady Kurtz will go off the outside. Your thoughts on the gate choice?
Yeah, I just had a feeling that the Australians would want to be off the outside gates. I had a feeling that Kurtz would want to have gate 4. It gives him a good run around the corner, and Jack Holder is, he's riding confidently. He's doing fantastically in the Speedway Grand Prix. So I just felt they would feel they had better chances from the outside gates.
This is what it's all about now. The World Championship on the line. The World Champions are in it. And the winners from 2021 are in it as well. And the silver medalists from last time are in it as well. This is really quite a tussle. Australia and Great Britain, of course, England, go head-to-head in cricket. And what a rivalry it is. Whenever the Australians and the Brits go head-to-head, it is always a special rivalry. And this is one of those moments here in Manchester tonight.
Yeah, both nations, proud nations, they're proud to wear their team colours, their national colours. Yeah, I know for me that wearing the Union Jack was a massive thing.
I think it was. Very privileged to have ridden for our countries, Chris. It was special times for us then. So, Robert Lambert and Dan Bewley. Can they be world champions now? Lambert has been arguably the rider of the night, in truth, to this point. He's only dropped a point to one rider tonight, and that's Fredrik Lindgren in the previous race. Jack Holder and Brady Kurtz have had a little bit of a rest, haven't they? They've had a bit of time to think about things. Mark Lemon seemed pretty confident about gates 2 and 4. But now it's sudden death, anything can happen.
Robert Lambert sits there on a nice, clean bike. It's nice when you can go out for your, 8th ride of the night on a clean bike. He's done superbly well, hasn't he?
It is a tough night, isn't it? It's a lot of races. 8 heats. 7 is maximum in a Grand Prix, Speedway Grand Prix, but this is quite a night when you have to go through that grand final qualifier.
Really last up to the lineup areas. Obviously a few last-minute changes going on with the bike. Mechanics checking everything.
These are the moments building up to this 4 laps, 60 seconds approximately to decide who's going to be world champion, who's going to finish second. Australia, who have ridden nicely. Jack Holder hasn't always found his form at this track, but he has tonight. Brady Kurtz has been absolutely rock solid, really has put his best foot forward. When it came around the outside of Bartosz Zmarzlik, not many people do that, you know.
No.
They really don't. It was a very brave move.
We saw Lindgren do it, didn't we, in Gorzów to win the last Grand Prix, and Brady Kurtz tonight.
20 seconds, we're good to go.
Really has been spectacular stuff. I know Mark Lemon just seemed to think that it was just sort of shrugged it off about choosing Brady Kurtz over Max Frick. I still think that was quite a big call. It's proven to be the right one, really has.
Yeah,
but Max Frick has been in really good form. He's come back into the Grand Prix, has done well. But it's Brady Kurtz. He's really put himself on the map tonight at the very highest level. The grand final. Here we go. The crowd loving this. They really are. It's Great Britain up against Australia. Robert Lambert and Dan Bewley for Great Britain. Jack Holder and Brady Kurtz for Team Australia. What a conclusion we've got here, Chris. Really enjoyed the week, and what a way to wrap it up here tonight.
This is very special. This is what it's all about. This is the gold medal for the senior SON, and I'll tell you what, both these teams deserve to be here. They have clearly been the best teams on the night, and this is going to be quite some scrap.
On the inside in red is Robert Lambert for the grand final. Gate number 2 in white is Jack Holder. Gate number 3 in blue, Dan Bewley. Brady Kurtz will go from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. 4 laps to determine who's going to be the 2024 SON World Speedway Champions. Will it be the reigning champions from 2022 Australia, or will it be the silver medalists from 2022 Team Great Britain? Couldn't have scripted this. You could not have scripted this.
For me, it's revenge time for Team GB. I'm sure they will be desperate to win it once again on home soil, but I've got to say, whatever happens, I'm pretty convinced this is going to be quite some race.
Tense times. Nervous times. Who's going to hold it together? Bewley has a great record in finals. In the Grand Prix, he's had 3 finals. He's won them all. Robert Lambert is yet to win a Grand Prix final, but you've got to say Robert Lambert has shown fantastic form here tonight. Jack Holder, of course, has grown and matured and become a genuine world-class performer. He's a Grand Prix winner now. And Brady Kurtz, not in the Grand Prix, but has ridden like a superstar tonight. Here we go for the final time in the grand final here in Manchester. What a moment it is. Green light is on, tapes are up. Away we go. Lambert's made the start. Jack Holder looks over his shoulder. Comes Lambert up the inside. Bewley's come through to 3rd place. Brady Kurtz is out the back. Lambert's in front. Bewley's gone very wide indeed. Coming out of turn number 4. Jack Holder looking around. Can Kurtz do anything about Bewley? Kurtz around the outside. Jack Holder holding Bewley back. But it's at the moment, it's a 6-3 on the card.
This has made it difficult for Bewley. He's gone to the back. He's got to run up the inside. Oh, he's going to pass them both. What a move from Dan Bewley.
Bewley now coming through. Great Britain looking for revenge here. Turning the tables on Australia. What a moment that is. Can Australia respond? Robert Lambert, who's been superb all night, looking great in the grand final. Bewley hanging on. They are charging hard behind him. One last corner. And Great Britain are world champions in 2024. The Speedway of Nations world champions here in Manchester tonight. What a moment for them.
What a ride, Dan Bewley. I mean, Robert Lambert out front, he has been exceptional all night. Dan Bewley was under so much pressure. Jack Holder was in his way, riding where Dan Bewley wanted to be, allowed Kurtz up the inside, and then he passes them both.
What a moment for Team GB. Crowd on their feet. They won in 2021. They've done it again in 2024. Australia have played their part. The world champions are beaten. The new world champions of Great Britain with Dan Bewley and Robert Lambert. They've been outstanding. Robert Lambert, the rider of the night, no doubt about it. He has been superb. Kurtz has been terrific, so has Jack Holder. Celebration
celebration time for Team GB. They had one goal.
Yeah, they will be celebrating long into the night, I'm sure. It's been a long, hard week for all the teams. This is the only meeting they've competed in. Took a couple of races to get the best out of them, but look what it means to Robert Lambert. He has been #1 man tonight.
The moment that Robert Lambert has come of age. He has led his country, he's been the captain, and he's played that captain's role superbly well. And even in the final there, Dan Bewley, what a hectic race it was. You said it, Chris, it was going to be some conclusion, and so it proved. Tears of joy there. Australia coming over to congratulate. Brady Kurtz has done a great job for Australia. Jack Holder likewise, but it's silver for them, bronze for Sweden. But here in Manchester, this is a special moment for Team Great Britain. They've done it twice here in this stadium. Special times. There's the result. Great Britain are world champions here in Manchester with a maximum score. It's exactly the reverse of what happened 2 years ago in Boyens. Yeah. Exactly. And it must be sweet, sweet times for Bewley and Lambert right now.
Yeah, revenge for Team Great Britain after Boyens. They rode well there. They've ridden exceptional tonight. And Dan Bewley, he had so much pressure in that grand final. We see it once again here. Both the Brits make good starts. Robert Lambert's on the inside there, moves off the inside. I thought maybe that was a mistake. I thought Jack Holder was going to come through. Immediately looks for his teammate, realises that he's in second. If he can get his teammate into third, it's all done. Dan Bewley now looking around the outside, but he seems to have Jack Holder always in the way to get a clear run and do exactly what he wants. Up until that last lap, Jack Holder looking left, looking right, trying to do everything he can. There, he's looking right, okay, I can mess Dan Bewley up here. This gets Kurtz through, but there, look at that move. He times that cutback absolutely perfectly. Joins Robert Lambert up front, 7 points and a world title for Team GB.
Job done. Special moments there. Fabulous bit of speedway from Dan Bewley. As hard as Jack Holder did there, just could not keep Bewley at the back. Second and third, of course, would have been gold for Australia, but it wasn't to be.
Yeah, you have to say Jack Holder was doing absolutely everything he could. He was looking left, right to try and just do what he had to do, get Brady Kurtz with him.
What it's all about, but Bewley worked it out a treat. And Team Great Britain are world champions tonight. We have a little bit of a break now before we go to Cardiff on the 17th of August, a summer break. But I tell you what, we're going to need a break after this week. It's been a marathon. It's been immensely exciting. And as I say, the weather's behaved tonight, and we have had arguably the finest display of speedway we've witnessed so far this season. It really has been an outstanding event. And with this lineup, with this track, the weather behaving, well, you've got all the ingredients for a special night of motorsport.
It was always going to be a special night, and I have to add my congratulations to everybody involved with the event, from track staff, local organisers. Everything has been great. They've had to battle with the weather at times, but look what we've ended up with, a superb night's racing.
Sweden finished third and get the bronze medal. Great effort from them. And Sweden were predicted to come first by my colleague, but they didn't quite manage to do that.
No, they were predicted to come third, Kelvin. It was GB that I predicted to come first. Australia second, Sweden third.
Yeah. Okay, all right, don't rub it in. Well done. Well done to Team GB. Julian Lambert celebrating there with the what's becoming sort of a tradition in speedway these days with the burnout. Nobody's left.
Okay, I think we're going to see a double wheelie coming up. I hope not.
So one of the boys are having some fun out there. Let's have a look at the overall standings. Great Britain win, Australia second, Sweden a third. Germany, what a night for them, fourth place. That's brilliant. Great performance. Poland will be disappointed, so will Denmark. And Latvia in 7th place. Czech Republic, Finland, Italy, Slovenia, USA, France, Norway, Ukraine, all dropping out after the semi-finals. Denmark and Poland will be back, of course, but they will be licking their wounds a little bit. Yes. Two major nations that haven't quite got into gear, and it is quite remarkable, Poland not managing to win the Speedway of Nations since it was launched in 2018. Never quite got it. Won the Speedway World Cup last year, of course, but Speedway of Nations still eludes them. But for Team Great Britain, they've won it twice. They like it. And Australia also will be pretty satisfied. I would think they're a touch disappointed, of course, to have lost their title. But I think once they've slept on it a bit, they'd still
hardly breathe up here. Yeah, no, they've got to stop doing those burnouts.
Yeah, that's right. But they will be really satisfied because they've ridden as hard as they possibly could.
Yeah, they took it all the way. It was a superb performance. And of course they avoided the extra race as well, so they scored the most points on the night. Great stuff from them, but it's taking a while to get the riders, particularly the Team GB riders, back to the podium. But slowly making his way back, Dan Bewley.
He's having a fun time, and why not? They're winners. There's a really big contingent that support this team. There's an awful lot that goes in it. Congratulations to Ollie, Allen and Simon Stead as well, of course. The joint team management. They are world champions once again. They did it in 2021. Subsequently, they've had silver medals as well. Yeah. Really has been a successful period for Team Great Britain since 2021. Just missed out last year in the Speedway World Cup in Wrocław, where Maciej Janowski got the better of Robert Lambert.
Went down to the last lap.
It did indeed. It was on the final lap of the final race. That really was tense stuff. But here in Manchester tonight, Australia and Great Britain going head-to-head in the final race. Riders are in no rush. They're just quite relaxed now, aren't they?
I don't know how they've got that much energy after that.
It's been a lot of talking as well. 28 races last night, 23 tonight. It's been a big night of Speedway. It's been a big week of Speedway. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And as I say, with the weather behaving tonight, it really has been so enjoyable for the people coming to watch. It's been they'll remember this one. It's been a lovely evening. So let's get some reaction now. Abby Stevens, she's down there with the winners.
Team GB, Dan Bewley, Speedway of Nations champions for 2024.
Yeah, twice in a row here. So, yeah, Australia and I'm not sure who won the year before. They've been good. So, yeah, awesome. And I rocked up to gate 3. I didn't think much of it, and I feel like that was one of the best starts of my career. So, pretty fun race, and yeah, the crowd's unbelievable.
But talk us through that race, because there was no nervous moments for a second when it looked like Australia could get the advantage with Jack Holder in second and Brady Kurtz coming into third.
Yeah, I know what the points are, and you know, sat in third behind Jack, and obviously he's trying to you know, help his teammate out. So it's a real tough spot to be behind, and I know how good Brady is around here, well, everywhere. You know, two good riders. So. Yeah, Brady kind of passed the two of us, and I just nipped back up the inside. So, yeah, sometimes when it's your night, doors seem to open for you. But, yeah, what a night. And, yeah, thanks for the crowd throughout. It's been pretty special.
Doors have got to open, but you've got to go through them. Well done, Dan. Let me come through this way. Robert Lambert, what a captain's performance. Rider of the night, sir.
Yeah, definitely. It's a bit of a turnaround from the British final, for sure. But no, the track kind of suited us tonight. It was nice and smooth through ruts, and yeah, we enjoyed it. We stayed calm throughout, and me and Dan done the business.
And how sweet was it? Extra sweet, revenge perhaps, that it was the other way round with Australia taking the win 2 years ago in Voyens?
Yeah, that was, you know, tough to take, obviously, but. Yeah, we repaid the compliment, and managed to get the gold, and that's such an incredible feeling to get it twice in a row here in Manchester. It's been amazing to have the fans cheering us down the back straight, home straight when we come to the start. Just want to say a big thanks to everyone who's cheered us on today and really support us.
Robert, you've been absolutely outstanding. Congratulations. Now, Tom, we spoke earlier and you said, well, actually, I want to be a mascot. I want to go on the track. But if you are on the track, it means that one of these riders aren't performing. So from your point of view, you just must be ecstatic to have been a part of all of it.
Oh man, these guys rode them absolutely flawless tonight, and absolutely amazing to be part of. So fantastic achievement. Everybody's worked really hard for this, and to have this GB flag on my chest now feels really good.
Well done, Ollie Allen. It was nervous moments throughout the night. It was a slow start for Dan, but then team riding just came good, and it just got better and better.
Yeah, we trusted sort of the process, and we trusted what we were doing. Dan trusted himself, which was important, and we stuck with it. And like you said, it was a nervous night because the scorecard was so tight. You know, Germany were doing really well, Latvia were taking points off people, so it was really close. It never looked like nothing looked safe. But you know, hats off to the boys. They were absolutely fantastic. Dan and Robert and Tom and all of the mechanics and the sort of backroom staff and Steady. We worked really hard on this. So yeah, over the moon. So pleased to be world champions again.
Well done, Steady. Going to end with you, Simon. Look, it was 3 years ago in October when you did the same against red hot favourites Poland. You had a long time to wait for that medal, but only a few years to wait for it again. Speedway of Nations champions again.
Unbelievable, you know. I just want to say a big thank you to the boys just for the unbelievable amount of effort that they've put in over the course of sort of this week. It's a long week, but also the process that we have, the work that we do behind the scenes and all through the season. It's we've been building on it. We're trying to improve every year, despite a couple of silvers. So to cap that off with a gold tonight has been superb, and just just the reward for such an amount of effort.
Reward for all these people that are still here in the grandstands. Team GB, a huge congratulations. They are your Speedway of Nations champions. Well done.
Amazing. Thanks, Abby.
So many congratulations to Team Great Britain. Clearly delighted with the win, rightly so. Special times for them. So we've got the podium ceremony now. We'll have Team Sweden coming forward, and they will.
In third place tonight,
Team Sweden coming up. They will enjoy the night. I would have liked a little bit more, I'm sure, but bronze tonight. It's no bad feat with Fredrik Lindgren. Oliver Berntzon didn't get a ride. Jakob Thorssell took all of them, and Morgan Andersson. But they were third. This is third 2 years ago as well, weren't they, in Boyens?
Yeah, got a bronze medal, and they've battled hard. Lindgren and Thorssell both having quite heavy crashes, battered and bruised for the bronze medal.
Australia coming forward now. Silver medal this time. But they've got plenty of quality. They've got some top line riders. They really have. And Brady Kurtz has made his mark. There's no doubt about that. Jack Holder we know all about. Brady Kurtz on the highest level, not so much. Max Fricke there as well. So the winners coming forward now, the world champions. Team Great Britain. These are really, really special times. And they've done it in style. What a way it was. The final really lived up to it as well. Topping and turning. Jack Holder trying to hold it all up. Momentarily, it looks like Australia were going to be stealing it away from Great Britain. But Dan Bewley read it beautifully. So it's medal time. Tim Lightfoot, the ACU chairman, he'll come forward and present the third place team with the bronze medals.
Tim Lightfoot, so the chairman of the ACU.
Sweden, who aren't producing the riders like they used to, but this is a good result for Team Sweden.
Yeah, they'll take a lot from this result. They've battled hard all night, in fact, over the semi-final and tonight.
Yep. Freddie Lindgren at 38's been around a long time. Jakob Thorssell's 30 now. Did 8 seasons in Britain with Wolverhampton. Rides on the continent now. Oliver Berntzon, who actually top scored 2 years ago for Team Sweden. He was one of the best riders of the week. Didn't get a ride tonight.
Was the top scorer of the tournament, I think.
Yeah, he was indeed. So he didn't get a ride tonight, but nonetheless, he's got a medal.
Team Australia with their silver medals.
So now Councillor Paul Andrews coming forward, the Lord Mayor of Manchester, coming forward to present the silver medals to Mark Lemon and his crew. Max Fricke didn't get a ride. I think it was still a big call. Brady Kurtz has been in sparkling form this year, but Max Fricke, no slouch. That was a close call for me, but Mark Lemon makes the right one, you would suggest, and Jack Holder there picking up a silver medal. Great work by Australia, made Great Britain work very, very hard indeed. So,
yeah, it's a shame for Brady Kurtz because he no doubt be beating himself up for the final, but you know the reason they were there was because of his efforts and some great racing.
So now coming forward is the FIM president, Jevgenijs. He is going to present the gold medals to the world champions, just congratulating all the teams. And he will then present the gold medals to Robert Lambert, Dan Bewley, Tom Brennan. Tom Brennan once again a medalist. And Ollie Allen and Simon Stead. What a team they've proven to be. Ty Woofenden, of course, it's tough for him, very tough, because he would have been part of this team. There's no question about that, but unfortunately that injury in Gorjov just coming at a very inopportune moment. But Dan Bewley and Robert Lambert have done the business tonight.
Yeah, superb stuff, and Ollie Allen, Simon Stead stuck with Dan Bewley. He'd had a couple of last places. He just knows this track so well. I think they just knew, they had the confidence that he would work the night out.
And so it proved. Yep, Robert Lambert winning the first 2 outings for Great Britain. Dan Bewley not picking up a point, and then all of a sudden, boom, right, John Baptiste Lay. From the rights holders, Warner Brothers Discovery. It's a joint presentation with Jorge Villegas of the FIM president as well. This is what it's all about, that big trophy. And Great Britain are world champions in 2024. Speedway of Nations world champions. What a special moment.
Congratulations, they've worked so hard. The backroom staff, they have a professional team behind them that work just as hard as they do. But these are the guys that won the races, scored the points and take gold.
Indeed they did. So now let's pause for the national anthem of Great Britain. There we go. National anthem of Great Britain ringing around in the National Speedway Stadium. Very fitting. Those boys have delighted the home crowd.
Get their photographs.
Right. Photograph time, champagne time. You like to say, there may be 1 or 2 drinks taken this evening.
There we go.
It will be a night to remember for all 3 of those teams, but particularly, of course, the winners.
And we've still got the fireworks to come.
Germany have done well tonight as well. Poland, well, just not working out for them in the Speedway of Nations. So accustomed to winning. I mean, last year they won everything. I mean, everything. And this year, the under-21s won last night, but the senior team, it wasn't their night. Nicki Pedersen and Hans Andersson will be wondering where it all went wrong tonight. Winning the semi-final in such fine style, but not being able to produce that form in the final when it really mattered, that will be of some concern. But for these men, This is what it's all about. They can relax. It's a tense night, it's a long night, you know, and all of a sudden, 8 races. I mean, that's hard going. They'll feel it tomorrow.
Yeah, they will. They've worked very hard to get to the top tonight, but they really do deserve it. They've really put on a great display. They've ridden tactically when they needed to in the race off to get to the final. Professional job.
That's right, professional job. So there we are. Podium ceremony pretty much coming to a conclusion now. We will get a little bit more reaction for you, reflecting on the evening. Brilliant night of Speedway. We will hear from the 6-time former world champion Tony Rickardsson very shortly to see what he thinks of the night. He did actually pick to Team Great Britain. So let's make our way down there now. Tony Rickardsson and Abby Stevens, take it away.
Tony, you called it. GB on the top step of the podium. A brilliant night of Speedway, and GB just phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, what a fantastic evening for the sport in general.
Yes.
The racing, you have the home team winning it. There was so many dramatic moments. I was on my toes and breathless for most of the time of the whole meeting. It was just great.
And the fact it was a repeat of Voyens in 2022, but this time it was revenge for GB. Brady Kurtz actually looked so disappointed as he was making his way across the centre green to the podium, but he's been outstanding for Australia.
He sure has, and some of the riding he did tonight was just unbelievable. I couldn't believe my eyes, and coming back from some quite serious injury too, just made the whole achievement even better. And the way he rode around the outside of Bartosz Zmarzlik, he actually rode through him almost around the outside. It was just unbelievable. It was a super ride.
There was no space, was there? Absolutely no space. And the fact that he has got this ankle ligament damage to not show any kind of fear, and especially against a 4-time world champion.
Yeah, and it's so great to see. I mean, he's such a young kid, and he showed absolutely no respect at all. So, you know, like you said, it was just fantastic racing all night. But that, I have to say, sticks out a little bit more.
Yeah, not many people do that over Bartosz Zmarzlik, that's for sure. And then the final, though, it was breathtaking. It had everything that you wanted it to have because you didn't know which way it was going to go.
No, I mean, how it all panned out from lap 2, you still couldn't really say how things will turn out, and all the way up until all the finishing line, it was a very close racing, and anything can happen, like we all know in Speedway. But what a night. It's just been fantastic.
Yeah, Jack Calder was doing everything possible to try and bring his teammate in to get the team advantage. And Dan Bewley, I asked him before the podium, was it nervous moments? But he's so cool, calm and collected, and he knows this Bellevue track better than anyone.
Yeah, you could see that. I mean, he had a bit of a slow start to the night, and for a moment or two, it looked like JB may be going to struggle, and then he just clicked into gear. And did he click into gear? He was just fantastic after that. Like you said, he knows the track in and out, and he really showed some unbelievable track craft towards the end of the night.
And also your country make the podium, so they finished third tonight.
I got to be really happy with that. I think the Swedes did a fantastic job. Freddie, we know is strong. He's in very good form right now. But also Jakob, I think he was riding out of his skin a lot of times and picked up a lot of good points. And I think Sweden should be proud of the medal.
And the curse remains for Poland in the Speedway of Nations. Tony, thank you so much for your company. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thanks very much, Abby. Terrific stuff there. Nice summing up from Tony. He'll be chuffed to bits with calling the winner, predicting that. So let's take a look at what's coming up for you. We have got a bit of a break, but round number 7 in Cardiff will be on August the 17th at 6 o'clock Central European time, 5 o'clock of course in the UK, and there'll be a sprint race on the 16th. That'll be the second sprint race of the season. So round number 7 in Cardiff in the Principality Stadium to look forward to in August Been a great week. Terrific racing tonight. It's always a great night of Speedway, either the World Cup or the Speedway of Nations, but obviously with the home team winning, that just gives it a little bit of extra gold dust, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, and it's been a fabulous whole week of racing. Congratulations to Poland on the Speedway of Nations 2 yesterday, and of course Great Britain tonight with a sterling job to take gold in the Speedway of Nations. I've got to say well done to Germany too. You know, if you'd have said to them you're going to beat Poland and Denmark in an FIM World Team event, they wouldn't have believed you, I'm quite sure.
No, they would not. They broke the curse of not being able to make a final, and they got there, and not only did they get there, they made their presence felt. I do hope they don't fall off them.
Don't like the look at
that
this.
Looks like trouble, big time.
If I were those guys, I'd get off the back.
Yes, indeed. But Robert Lambert and Dan Bewley, oh my goodness, he doesn't look like he's going to be able to hang on to that. That looks fraught with danger, that's for sure.
Get off. Good idea.
Yeah, I think that was a wise decision. Fantastic night of Speedway, fantastic week of Speedway. It's been challenging for everybody, but there's nonetheless, we have battled through. We have completed all the racing we needed to, and Heat 23, the grand final tonight, was very, very special indeed. Thoroughly enjoyed your company this week, Chris. It really has been spectacular. We look forward now to the Grand Prix picking up again in August. Do join us for that. But right now, Great Britain are World Speedway champions again. The Speedway of Nations World Champions in 2024.